Hello, and welcome to Natural Havoc. Ooh, spooky music. uh, welcome. We are a group of friends that decided to give streaming D&D a go. We play the 5th edition system. However, we have a load of homebrew rules thrown in. We are veterans to D&D, and we will be taking on a few monsties today, I believe, from where we left things off last week. So, you may or may not have already noticed that unfortunately we do not have the Eagle Outlaw with us today, but Smitty Jane is going to do the socials shout out right now, and she was totally prepared for it.
I was so prepared for it. I was totally not looking through my drawers. Yeah, you should follow us on all the socials. Follow those socials, social those follows. We have the Twitter, we have the Instagram, which, by the way, Eagle now maintains very kindly. Thank you, Eagle. We have the Discord, we have the YouTube. You can find us on Discord and you can message Eagle how handsome you think he is, because he really, really likes to hear that. And you can ask us questions, and if you want to ask our lovely Dungeon Master any more questions than we already do, then you can do that there too. So yeah. That's
awesome.
the place to be.
Good job. Yeah, so we are gonna, without further ado, kick straight off into the recap of last week. So, our session began with the party arriving at the Wall of Thorns, a massive wall protecting the rift to the Shadowfell. There were soldiers and druids everywhere, keeping the wall maintained with their powers. But not all of them were working. One of which was Kellum, Maeve's childhood friend. He and a few of his comrades were in charge of guarding Maeve's father, who had come to serve his sentence. Maeve was emotional, seeing both her friend and her father again. But her father was more angry than sad. He had done everything he had done to protect her. And to see Maeve now risking her life to save him greatly upset him. Maeve, however, reassured him that the party was more than capable of dealing with the threat beyond the wall, and that they would all stand together. The party then waited for a while, for there were clerics that could infuse the party's weapons with holy magic, something that might help in the battles ahead. It took a while to cast the spell, and in the meantime, Maeve had a conversation with Callum. Maeve wanted to convince him to come with the party, but in the end, couldn't just ask him. So the two said a fairly emotional goodbye, while Maeve having to promise that she would come back soon. Not long after, the party received their weapons back, and an opening appeared in the Wall of Thorns, allowing the party plus Maeve's father to enter. There was a stench of death and decay, which they tracked, and after a while, the party spotted all types of blighted monsters. They managed to be stealthy enough to dodge quite a few of them. But at one point, Erhard's fright got the better of him, and he cast a spell to protect himself, drawing the monster's attention. Fortunately, these monsters were easily dispatched, with the party only getting some minor scratches. Not long after, the party spotted something significantly more dangerous. A tree with a dryad-like figure strapped to it by vines, with a great dark void appearing below it. Guarded well by even more eerie monsters. And that is where we pick up tonight's session, as all of you huddle around a small piece of debris, some rocks, maybe some fallen ruins that were in these parts of the Everglade. But as you all gather round, crouched, hiding, trying not to draw attention to you all, you see before you this sight that was just described. So what do?
I guess because I'm the only one that actually sees
Mhm.
the thing in the distance, I'm guessing.
Yeah, you see the dryad, yeah.
Yeah, the dryad, so I'm pointing that out to everyone, like, hey, do you see that?
Wait,
See what?
that looks like the Anthers. The one strapped to the tree, not the corrupted ones.
Can you?
Contact her in any way? I mean, she looks like she's in distress, but
She normally comes to me in my dreams, and I don't think now is the time to take a nap. I also know that our holy magic is running out of time. So I think we need to act quick if we want to benefit of that.
Very much true. Do you want me to scout ahead with Kata?
Sure, yeah. And if Olaf wants to go, are they back?
I would say, yeah, they after sending them out into the woods to try and create a diversion, they have swooped back round, and yeah, they are by your sides now.
Maeve, if you like, I may be able to relay a message to the Antis.
Oh,
I can send Kata
that's
too,
really smart.
and I can whisper something.
Yeah. I mean, I would just say, the Antis, don't worry. Maeve and her friends are here, because I don't know if she knows you guys.
Very smart.
And we'll try and help you. Hang on, like, keep fighting. We'll be there quick.
Sure. And I'll try to stealthily send Kata to the tree. And
Okay,
to land
I'm gonna need
a
a stealth check from Kata, please.
It's a 3, which sucks.
Kata nods to you, and you see the blue glow of magic in her eyes as she nods, hearing the objective. She swoops out from behind the rubble and begins going into the air as high as she can. As she does, she glides over the top of the trees to get a closer vantage point. And she dips into one of the trees and crouches, waiting for the perfect moment. As she does, are you looking through her eyes at this point, or are you letting her do her own thing?
I'll be looking through her eyes, because
Okay.
my next action would be like talking to Dianthus.
Yeah, not a problem. So as you're peering through the eyes, so Arcturus's eyes go a shimmering fire-like blue as this flame seem to flicker in his eyes for a moment as he takes the sight of Kata's. And as he does, you see Kata waiting, and then as she leaps out of the bush, the branch she was on snaps as she pushes off of it, and it creates some noise, and you see the dryads and the creatures below, the corrupted dryads and the creatures below, all begin to look up towards Kata. You can continue, or you can pull Kata back.
I'll
It's
pull
your
her back.
choice. Okay. I will need a dexterity saving throw with advantage then, please.
From your phone, Kata.
From Kata. Perfect. If you would have continued on, you see barbed roots come flying out of one of the trees towards Kata, but Kata manages to pull back, changing her trajectory at the last moment, and swoops back towards you all. Unfortunately, you were unsuccessful in getting Kata closer to the Dryad, and you may have alerted your presence even more so towards the creatures ahead of you.
Yeah,
But
so
Kata returns to you.
okay, cool. So I'll just return to my senses and I'll relate to Maeve, like, has failed. She was not stealthy enough, and she alerted the remaining enemies. So I'm sorry, Maeve.
That's okay.
Should we prepare for combat?
I think so.
Do you guys think it would be helpful for me to to lift everyone's spirits, play like a little song, but it's obviously gonna be more noise. So
Can you not hum it?
I know what?
Hum it.
Hum it. I don't think so. No,
Quiet.
I don't think I can really do that quietly.
Oh,
We'll wait until we.
I would
pass.
suggest as be as stealthy as we can. So no sudden spells, Erhard.
Did we all
Try.
see the barbed roots come up, or is that just Kada?
I would say only Arcturus through Kada's vision, because it's kind of in the trees themselves. What you would have seen is, a branch-like protrusion came out of the tree full of barbs and tried to wrap around Kada, failed, and then kind of like slunk back into the tree, but it didn't fully become exposed to like the open air. It stayed within the branches almost as she just swooped out. So yeah, I'd say only Arcturus, but he's notified you that, like, you know, she had to
Yeah.
pull back because of something.
Yeah. Okay.
Andros, darling, you can turn invisible. Can't you get closer?
Or is that limited?
Yeah, that's limited.
Well, do you guys
Once
think?
a day.
Do you guys think it would be helpful if I turned him invisible? I kind of tweaked the spell a bit. It would make it last not long, but like a minute as far as I feel it would. Like a lot shorter than usual, but it would make him stay invisible, even if he acts.
Or you could turn me invisible and I'll turn into a raging flaming bear and just attack them from behind. Like I'll flank them.
That could work too, yes.
Use, use
remember, it's
fire,
only
very
a
smart.
We can still set everything ablaze, but if you want to save the Antis and she is, that might not be the best course of action.
Well, I wasn't gonna attack her.
No, but the thing about flames is that they spread, especially
Yeah.
in a dry forest like this.
We're gonna need a quick solution there.
I'll vote for Mave Magic.
Mave magic? Wait, bear or other things?
Of course, the bear.
Okay, but invisible or because I can just run in.
I'll leave that up to you, Mave.
I mean, at a greater cost, I can do that to 2 people again, but it also gonna use a lot of my resources.
What do you think, Dad?
Well, a fire bear invisible? Did you say?
Yeah.
Sounds effective.
And
Right?
If you think that's
think-
weird, we have much more other stories, but that's for a later time.
Right. Yeah. When you're a bear, are you quiet?
Let's put it this way. I'm not going to be that quiet because I'm going to be raging as well. I'm going to stick a piece of wood between my teeth and hope for the best.
It's there.
If it's not... I don't know if the invisibility is going to give me that much of an advantage. So I might as well run in without it. I don't know. Maybe better use it on my dad and Andros rather than me.
Or my other
Need a
question.
distraction.
My other question was going to be, you know, when you walk, if you're on fire, do you leave flames?
I don't know, guys. Do I?
well, the invisibility only makes you invisible. It doesn't render other physics.
But if I'm
like
not
we can
invisible.
still hear you. And you
But if
still
I'm not
blend.
invisible, I don't need. It doesn't matter, right? I just need you guys to be in position for when I run in.
Yeah. I can make you faster. I picked up a spell scroll.
Like haste?
It's called Expeditious Retreat. So it just helps you run a lot faster, I believe. Let Let me try think about that. Shit. There we go.
I don't want to rush you, but we are running out of time, guys.
Mm.
So I would opt for... Are you running Maeve Bear? Who's on
Okay.
fire? If
It
you're
just
willing
makes you
to.
incredibly fast, so to speak. Like you can dash a lot more than you usually could.
Okay. Okay. Well, while Erhard is looking up his scroll, can I just take a quick look at my friendship bracelet? Because I haven't had the chance to do that yet.
Yeah.
If there's anything about it.
You look upon your wrist and you see what looks to be like twine, leaves, and a few like little flower buds kind of tucked into it, and it is just very decoratively made, woven together. And then at the end of it, it has a tiny little wooden clasp which he latched round and clipped onto your wrist.
Mm-hmm.
Just looking at it though, yeah, it doesn't. That's
Just
all it looks like
a
to you.
normal.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Cool. I'm gonna look for a piece of wood that I can stick in my mouth.
Okay. Yeah, there is plenty of rotted and yeah,
Like
it's
the least rotted part.
yeah, a little bit of dry wood that you find. You kind of shake the little bits of mold off of it, and yeah, you've got it.
Okay.
Maeve, before you transform, I do think you have to do the spell yourself if you want to use it. Like you have to use the spell scroll yourself. So
I have to use the spell scroll.
I think it affects only yourself. Like you can't cast it on others. So you would have
Okay.
to like. But since you're a spellcaster, it should work. You
Does
just
it
have
cost
to-
me a spell slot? What level is it?
No, it's just it's a spell scroll. It's written on the
It's-
scroll.
Okay. Right. Maeve gets her binocular thing. Oh no,
I
monocular.
hand her the scroll.
What do I have? Monocular.
Monocule.
Monocule.
Yeah. And
Okay.
as
Before
you
I read.
begin reading over it,
Mm.
you do realize within the writings that it is a concentration spell,
Okay.
which you know if you're raging, you lose
I can't
concentration.
do. Yeah, so I relay that to
Yeah.
Erhard. Okay, this
Okay,
is nice.
sorry.
I can't use that. But you guys, if you want to turn people invisible, go for it. I just need to know when I need to do this, because once I'm starting raging, I'm gonna start running.
Well, whoever wants to be invisible, raise a hand. I can do 2 people if you guys want.
I would say Andros.
He benefits most from it.
And Maeve's dad, do you want it or you fine?
Yeah, sure. How exactly does it work?
Well, we don't see you, but you will know where you are, and it works for a minute. And essentially, you don't become visible unless someone like undoes the spell.
But like, your Andros
Yeah.
was invisible before, but when he attacked, he came out of it. Like, is that the same?
No, like I
Oh.
used to have that, but I made it more intense, so to speak. But therefore, the duration shortened.
It sounds good to me.
All right.
Then we have
Well,
Bran.
as soon as I attack, you cast that spell, okay?
Yeah, because then we're on a timer. 1 minute.
From where you are,
I'll be
it's
right
about
there.
200 feet away. It's
Maybe
not
we should sneak
yeah.
closer.
yeah. Just so you're aware, obviously the map's not there, but yeah, it's a little ways away. And when you look towards it, you can see that there is actually around the back of the tree and around the sides, there is a smaller thorn wall. And as you see this, you realize that this was maybe Dianthus's like first wall of like defense that she tried to keep up, but over time it just got destroyed. And you can see that there is like a lot of the thorns have like corroded and corrupted all around like the entryway. So now it's kind of like a almost semicircle, a little bit longer than that, but like a semicircle of thorns, and then this tree is towards the back of that. So it's kind of hemmed in a little bit. So when you do get closer, there's only one way in and out. You can't like go around the back and assault from a different angle.
Okay.
But yeah, You guys want to start pushing forward? Are you doing it stealthy, or are you just
think
going for it?
Stealthy is good.
Can probably.
I want
Okay.
to guidance Shion.
Yeah,
Okay, guidance
we
shield.
are.
I'll do that first.
I will have stealth checks from everybody then, please.
Let's go.
Oh, nice. An additional 4. Oh. So
Not
shield
sure.
got an 8 total.
Stealth.
Okay.
Last week my rolls were so good.
19.
So good. Okay, right. Let me just pull up Andros, because he might be your saving grace for this fight. And your father. Here we go. So he gets that. And he gets that. Oh my lord, he rolled
Oh.
bad. Okay. So what have we got here? We've got an 18, a 19, and 19. That's 3 successes. We then have a 12, a 12, and an 8. 3 failures. Which means you guys succeed. Because at least 3 of you must succeed. So yeah, you're very lucky that that your father rolled well. Otherwise, yeah, that was in the dumpster there. But cool. Yeah, you guys do succeed. You do get a little bit closer. And I will say at this
As
point,
we move,
Yeah.
As we move forward, I will also tell Zeno and Andros, stay close to me. I will have to touch you, or at least take Olaf on your shoulder. Or if you want to get ahead.
I imagine Andros would like to be a little bit further ahead, so I will say that Andros, he will he'll go maybe 10 feet away from you, and he'll have Olaf on his shoulder, and then Zeno will stick with you. Cool.
All right.
Right. You guys get closer and closer, and I'll say at this point, you're maybe 80 foot away from the tree. You can see everything in front of you, and because of your successful stealth checks, I'll drag you over to the map.
Are we able to have like, since we're closer, to have like a closer look, so to speak?
Yeah,
Maybe-
if you want to make another perception check, by all means.
I will have perception with Olaf.
Okay.
Got that.
And as you guys get a little bit closer,
It's a
you see this
10.
ginormous-looking tree. And
it's-
you want Olaf to. Okay, yeah, with a 10.
but
Yeah, we'll come to that in just a second.
hearing and sight, in case.
Yep.
that matters.
Is it advantage, did you say?
Advantage on hearing and sight. yes.
Okay, yeah, 22 then. And as you guys start to edge a little bit closer and closer, you see this giant tree, and from the base of the tree, you see the vines and the roots, very similar to that of the flowers that you saw in the sea serpent's lair. You see tiny little buds of these flowers blooming in the surrounding area. But what you do notice with a 22 for Olaf is on the vines wrapped around Dianthus at the top of this tree, like 60 foot up or so, tiny little blooms of these red flowers are growing on the vines and are pulsing as well.
I will relay that, especially to Maeve.
And I will
On
say,
the-
as of
on-
right this second, initiative hasn't started, but depending on what you do, it could start momentarily.
on the vines surrounding her, or
Yeah.
on her, the flowers?
On the vines surrounding her.
Okay. Good to know.
There's like little shoots and sprouts where they're starting to like grow and just pulse ever so gently across her. And you can see definitely from this range as well, the color in her face is like not as vibrant as you once saw, Maeve. It's a lot grayer and a lot duller.
Mm-hmm.
As if maybe like life force is being taken from her, or, you know, being influenced with some sort of corruption or necrotic magics.
Yeah.
It's going to be dangerous freeing, like destroying those flowers without hurting her.
Honestly, if we find the source of the corruption, we might not even have to destroy the flowers.
Aren't the flowers connected?
I don't know, Earhart, but it looks like the spread of these flowers are coming from somewhere else, like a root system or something. They're everywhere. But we can try.
So a source where it tracks.
Like the same one we found in the lair of the sea serpent.
I think I'm gonna go for that dryad up on the left, just so you guys know.
Shall we take them out one by one, or is someone going to distract the other?
Look, I'm happy to distract, but I can't take them on my own. I'm not that strong. That's
I
it.
will say, as you're looking at this scene as well, the two dryads aren't just stood still. They are just walking around, brushing their hands against the trees, like clawing into some of them. They are, every time they step, everything around the foot as it hits the ground, like just dies within the vicinity, and then it pulls up a foot and then moves to the next one, and then a bit of life comes back to where she once stepped. But these are moving like backwards and forwards. The Leshen in the center is stood there, face down, just staring at the ground, almost like a sentry of some sort.
I wanna get to about here, Onion, like underneath this tree, but I want to do that part stealthily still.
Sure.
So
I will allow you to re-roll a stealth check, as this is no longer a group stealth check. This will be your individual
okay, I'm also gonna guidance myself on that.
one. Okay. Please help me.
But I don't need it. I
Nat
don't
20.
think.
Yeah, you
want
don't
me
have
to-
to. You don't have to use it if you don't want to.
I
You
mean,
can save it. It's up to you.
I might as well. Oh,
Entirely up to you.
It is net 20.
it is a nat 20, but we can make it a 25.
25. Okay, I'm just gonna roll this real quick. Interesting. Okay, so yeah, you move your token where you'd like to go.
Okay, so I tippy toe around over to underneath this tree here, I guess. Here, doesn't really matter. And I look up back over my shoulder to the rest of the party and to my dad. And I just nod.
And
Why
I'll-
is everybody shaking their head? I'm nervous.
I'll nod back. I'll believe in you. I believe.
Yeah.
Okay, and I stick this piece of wood in my mouth to try and keep the noise down. And I start to rage.
Okay, and
So
as
I don't
you
know how
start-
that works.
Yeah, as you start to build up and you feel this heat emanating from within you and you start to get angrier and angrier, I will just say I rolled perception checks for them. One of which also rolled a natural 20 because they have advantage because this is their entire thing they're watching. They rolled a 23 total. So your guidance actually succeeded, and the other one rolled a 22 total. So
so
even if you
they're
hadn't have done
both.
it, yeah. So the Dryads rolled 23, they got a nat 20. That's their max. The other one rolled a 22, which was a 19 on the dice. So I rolled very well for them both. You are very lucky,
Wow.
very lucky. But yeah, you go up behind this tree, back against it, and then you just think of the anger, the hatred, and that rage that burns up inside of you, and you start to breathe a little heavier and a little heavier, and your teeth start to grow a little bit longer, and your nails grow a little longer. The hair kind of stands up on your arms, and yeah, you have entered your rage, I will say. What next? What's happening next?
If they haven't noticed me yet,
Yeah,
I'm
the
gonna-
gang can see you. You're like stood upright, but like backed
Yeah.
against the tree, and yeah.
okay. The moment that this Dryad doesn't look my direction, I just start sprinting. And as I'm running, I start turning into flames, and my shoulders
Okay.
pop out, claws come out, and I turn into a bear.
Nice. Okay, so I will say for now, stay where you are. We will allow you to have one free turn, as
Yes,
well
you-
as Erhard as well, because I believe you're about to cast greater invisibility.
Yeah.
So I will allow you two to have your setup turns to do that. Shion and Arcturus, is there anything you two wanted to do during this like quick 6 seconds of everything about to go chaos? What are you doing?
Yeah, well, I'm too I know I'm not very stealthy, so I'm not gonna move. I'm gonna wait it out.
Okay, you're waiting. And Arcturus?
I'm going to try to get a bit of a this side.
You want to move?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll need a stealth check from you as well, please.
Well, the last one was good, so this should be good, right? Another 18.
Okay, so whereabouts do you go to?
I'll be around here.
Yeah. So as you start to sneak off in that direction, unfortunately, you are unable to do anything else, as I had already told you the roles for the other guys, and they spot you when you move away from that piece of cover. But everyone else's preparations that they wanted to do has been underway, so let us, when I click the right button, let's roll for initiative.
Is there a point in stealthily casting the spell now, or?
I would. You are casting it at the point that she rushes at them. So because you are casting it at that point, there would be no point because there's already carnage because you were waiting for that cue. So yes, I'll say a no. Oh,
Can you
God.
change my initiative? For some reason, it didn't do it the first time.
Yeah. Wait there. I'm gonna have to ask you all to re-roll real quick.
Oh, okay.
And then I'll add the original rolls, not the first ones. Don't worry, you're not 20 count, Shion. Don't worry, I see it. Okay. Oh, you got
I would
17.
take that
No.
one.
I went from a 4 to a 21.
It's okay. You get a free turn
I
because
know,
of
I know.
your actions anyway. So it doesn't.
I believe I had a 9.
It's not too bad. You did have a 9. Yeah. Cheers. And Shion keeps the 6. No, I'm joking. Imagine how mean. Let's
Immediate
roll
fireball.
for you. Ooh, 19 for Andros. Let's roll for you. Oh,
Oh,
nat 20 for
Father.
Zeno. Father, can you hear me? Oh, that
Ooh,
one
Daddy.
didn't roll great. Oh, they're still on to GM, aren't they? That one. And that. Oh my god, I rolled the same thing twice. Okay, well. There we go. Okay, right. Let me change the music real quick. And Maeve, yeah, you're up. You get to go first. Alhard, I will say that this coincides at the same time. Do you cast greater invisibility on both of them and use twin spell?
Spelled, yes.
Okay, not a problem. Rawr, I'll put you there
Sorry,
in
yeah.
the corner. Just so we don't have to drag you in if we need to. Cool.
It's Maeve in the naughty corner.
There we go. Okay,
Ooh.
so let me
One-
change the music to this one. I think this is the one I want. Yeah, this will do.
Oh! A wasted D20, but whatever.
I was like, what's going on? Okay, so these two are both invisible. Okay, cool. And you are concentrating, so I'm going to put a little blue dot on you just so we know. In case you take damage, you'll have to make that save. Okay, cool. Right, Arcturus, as you run out, you're pretty quiet. But you see this dryad on the right as its body is walking towards a tree. And its whole, its face doesn't, like, the head stays where it is, but the face shifts around the side of the body and just looks towards you, seeing where you are. And this one on the right-hand side does touch a tree, and you see the hand go into it. But before that happens, Maeve,
Yeah,
you get your attack.
I rush this dryad over here.
Go for it. So you've used your
And-
bonus action to transform, and last turn you used your bonus action to rage. So yeah,
Yeah.
you're all good. You're good to go.
And I go for a bite and a claw attack.
Okay, as you jump into it, you do hit with the bite. I
Yeah.
don't believe. Yeah. Oh, okay. So that is 10, and then 2 because the fire damage does double. But unfortunately, the claw does miss as you try to slash towards it, but it's one of the barky hands come flying down and kind of like knock you to the side to kind of stop you. And now we will go to the top of initiative, which
Ollie?
is.
Can I In that surprise round, can I use
Yeah.
a bonus action?
What did you want to do?
I wanted to convert one of my spell slots into sorcerer's points.
Sure, I'll allow it. Shion, I will also allow you to do something as well, because you did hold, whereas Arcturus moved forward. So, Shion, you can do something as well if you want to do something.
Oh well, then I'm gonna do Dance of Embers on the one that Maeve is currently targeting.
Okay, yeah, so you fire yours over towards her direction as well. Go for it. A 17 hits. Not radiant, but that is 7 fire, which is doubled to 14. Yep. And then your second one.
Nice.
Okay, so that's 6 plus 8, which is a grand total of 14. Nice! As you just do 2 blasts of this fiery blue magic that comes hurling out of your chakrams as you kind of like throw them. And as they do, yeah, it hits into it. And you just see this one, it's just starting to burn and melt, and like parts of its flesh and body is just like melting at this point. Then we will go into the initiative order, as none of you see it, but you all hear a load of footsteps. Zeno will run... I think he has 30 feet. Let me just double check. Yeah, 30 feet to here. Bonus action dash to here. And then he... Would he waste it? Yeah, screw it. None of you see this, but you hear a roar as you hear the snapping of bones as he starts running towards this creature, and you just hear like a panther's growl as he transforms into his hybrid form, as he starts rushing towards it. And then you just see 2 like paw prints into the ashen and dusty ground as he leaps up and just grabs onto this dryad and starts wailing into it. So he will do his bite from his panther form, which is a 15 to hit, which misses, and then a claw attack, 22, which hits, and then another claw attack, 10. So he does a grand total of 14 slashing, which is halved, unfortunately. But yeah, he just starts tearing into it.
Can I ask something?
They would all be at advantage.
Yeah.
Correct. The first one hits then, which is 12. Luckily, it's not
Is that
a
different sneak?
humanoid. Sorry?
Sneak attack, is that also...
It is, but unfortunately not with his claws or teeth. It's only with a dexterity-based weapon, which he's currently not using, because he also, yeah, he could do. He might do next time. He might bring the scimitar out. But yes, so that is -6. As yeah, he just starts clawing and tearing and ripping this dryad to pieces. At the end of that, Shion, you're up. Your actual turn.
Yeah. I'm just gonna sort of run over to Maeve.
Yep.
Like, keep a bit of distance, but
Mhm.
and I'm gonna chuck my chakrams at them.
Go for it.
They should retoggle the radiant thingy, right?
Yes.
It hasn't
Yeah,
run
yeah.
out yet, right?
Yep, yeah, you've still got it. You've got about 10 minutes left at most.
Oh.
So as you hurl the first one, it unfortunately goes wide.
Right. So.
And then the second does hit. So you do a whopping... Oh my, that is
17.
11. And then 6 minus 12. It's a lot more than that because the fire damage
Oh yeah.
is doubled. As, yeah, the second one hits and you see it embeds into its chest and it lets out a roar. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Andros will... He'll run to here. And I think he will use his... Does he bone? Yeah, I think he would, right? He sees the bear Maeve's got that one. He'll run to the other one. He'll bonus action dash, get to this one, and then he'll use his rapier to attack this one. So we will go with... What is it called on this sheet? Is it White Tusk? Yeah, I'm sure it is. That looks about right, which is a 20 because he has advantage for being invisible. So he does a whopping, my word, -4. As yeah, he just absolutely hammers into this one, and electricity starts to run up its leg as scorch marks are left upon it. But that is the end of his turn. Arcturus, you're up.
I saw the dryad on the right side with his hand in the tree, right? Before my
Its
turn.
hand is currently in the tree.
Yeah, so I'll just initiate a Eldritch Blast his way.
Go for it.
Because I think he's gonna attack stuff. A 13.
13 unfortunately misses. As you fire the first one,
Wow,
14,
and the 14
also misses, I'm
so
afraid.
yeah.
No, it's not old Arcturus. We don't want old Arcturus.
I wasted my stealth rolls. Oh fuck! And
It's okay.
I'll do a bit of retreat towards the tree. No, not the tree because it's right. In the middle, and that's the end of my turn.
Okay, not a problem. At that, you see 2 red lights beam into the skull of this creature that is stood facing the ground. And as it does, it like looks up towards you all. And we are gonna go with... It has a range of 60. It will... Yeah, screw it. It will begin to move. Oh, I can't get in Shion's range. Okay, well, it will go here, which is... Wait, you're not on the... Oh, that's why. I thought your token looked a bit too big. There you go. Yeah, I don't know how that happened. But yeah, he starts stomping over towards you. And as he gets towards you, he raises a hand and you see vines start to cover his entire hand as he then slams down towards the big bear. So we're going to go for a brambled strike against you. Oh, I've just realized. Oh, I'm a big dum-dum. No, okay, he will use his claw attacks against you. So 1 claw attack against you. Oh, that's to GM. It is a natural 20.
Well, that hits.
Oh, why did I roll initiative? Huh? Okay, ignore the initiative. It is a natural 20. I will... There you go. So that is 22 plus 12 slashing damage. You do take half because you are raging. So that is a total of 34 halved down to 17.
Yeah.
That wasn't at 20. It was to GM. I'm sorry. I'll prove it if need be. But yeah. So that hits you, and then yeah, it would just go for you again with the claw attack. So the second one only being a 12 this time, so that doesn't hit as it slams down beside you. But you see all these brambles like stuck in your side, just for a moment until they burn and start to emanate smoke beside you. After that, Ahad, you're up.
I will start my turn by going... This girl is on fire! And Maeve gets some bardic inspiration.
Little bonus action, bardic inspiration.
Yeah.
Are you within 60 feet, yeah?
Should be.
Yes, you are. Perfect. So you gain a bardic inspiration.
Yes, and then I will... Sorry.
That's okay.
Distracted. I would use... No, oh shit. That's the problem when you don't check your stuff beforehand. I'm sorry. I will get there in a minute.
Because you can, Zeb.
I'm sorry. I will just cast a chromatic orb.
Who to?
Twin spell it.
Twin spell?
Yes. Let me check the range because I didn't even check. 90 feet, that's fine. I will hit this dryad and this
Dryad on the left
guy.
and the Leshen. Not a problem.
Yes.
Yes, you fling both of these. And is this at first level?
First level.
Okay, not a problem. Yeah, go for it. Make your first attack. So that's on the
25
Dryad?
Leshen.
Oh, and the Leshen? Okay.
Dryad, since I named
That's
her
fine.
first. Whatever.
It's
up
all
to you.
good. Roll the other one. Who knows? You might get in that 20.
16.
16 unfortunately does miss the election, but I will allow you to swap it around because that's what you did say. So that is 14. And what type of damage is this?
Fire. And I will add my wild burst on one of them, I believe.
Which one? Oh, wait. Well, before
Um,
you do, the dryad on the left is dead.
Okay. I guess I will add it on the other one.
Go for it.
1d6. It's a 6 and 1d8.
So what's the damage type?
So damage is the 6 and damage type is the force.
Force damage? Okay, and that does 6 points of damage. Nice. Yeah, as it
And then-
slams in, and you see, like, part of the lesson begins to burn, but then black, like, ichor starts to form where the burns are, and then, like, a slight bit of smoke comes off as it, like, glares around at everything around it. And then, all of a sudden, a few of the branches just snap from the force damage that also takes place. Yeah, is that the end of your turn?
I will tell Olaf to go up high and survey
Okay.
the area.
Okay, not a problem.
And move.
Olaf was last on Andros' shoulder, correct?
Yes. He has
Okay, but
flyby,
it is an
he
owl
doesn't-
flyby. Yeah, you're all
doesn't
good.
cloak.
You're all good.
I will move over this way.
Okay, not a problem. I would say at this point, Ahad, you are quite close to the thorn walls, just so you're aware.
Do I
'Cause
see that somewhere? No.
Around the edges of the map is where the
Oh, the
thorn
map.
walls are.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Maeve, you're up.
I have bardic inspiration, right?
You do, yeah. So you can add
Yeah.
a D4 to a attack roll, ability check, or skill check, I believe. D6. There you go.
Okay. Well, I will just roar at this lesson as it just
Go for it.
hit me, and go for a bite and a claw attack. And I will add my 1d6 to my bite.
To the bite? Okay. Go for it. Unfortunately, missing.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I was reading something. Yeah, cool. Make your claw attack, please. Ooh!
13 plus 4 or 8?
Yes, it'll be
I don't
8
know.
damage. Yeah, as it begins to burn again and this black ichor begins to ooze out of it. Is that the end of your turn?
I will step around just to sort of shield Shion if I can. Like stand
Okay.
next to her if anything.
Yeah, not a problem.
And that's it. Yeah.
Okay, at the end of that, it is Dryad number 1's turn, who is dead. Dryad number 2. That's annoying. With the hand, steps into the tree, not provoking opportunity attacks because it's a teleport, and will teleport to here as it comes out of this tree right here. And as it does, that is its bonus action. It will then grab down towards you, Shion, because you're the closest one and it can't move away from you without doing anything, and will try to inflict wounds upon you as this corrupted hand tries to grab you. Unfortunately, missing with a 10. Lucky those numbers out the other way around, because that'd have sucked. That'd have been 6d10. Yeah, so, yeah, I know, right? Inflict wounds is a first level spell and is broken. It would have been 3d10, but obviously crit is then 6d10. But yeah, so tries to reach down at you, but misses and whiffs. At the end of that, Zeno is... Oh no, I need... Who didn't roll last week? I think it was Tim. Tim, can you roll me a d20, please?
Do I want this? 8.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, Zeno then takes his turn. He runs... he would probably want to help his daughter. Yeah. Runs to here, and then bonus action to here. And then he will bring out the scimitar as he can now attack with that, getting sneak attack. So the first one is advantage, 18, unfortunately misses. And then he will claw attack, missing, and then will bite attack, hitting. So he does a whopping 5 damage. At the end of his turn, Shion, you're up.
Well, I'm obviously startled by some kind of huge ass dryad being teleported
Mhm.
behind me and trying to get me. So, I will try and plunge my chakrams into it.
Go for it. 14, unfortunately missing as you swing once, but of the second. 26 hitting, very nice. So that does 10, and then -6, because it's double fire. As you slice through one of the legs, the flames go all the way up its body, as it then tries to whack towards you again as you go with that second strike, but that's when it, like, bats it away from you. And yeah, you can see this thing is, like, covered in flames and burning at this point. It's barely still standing. Is that the end of your turn?
For now, yeah.
Okay, cool. At the end of that, Andros will... Oh, he can make it. He would see... Yeah, I think he would go for this. So he's going to run towards this one, and then he will make his rapier attack with this one as well. That... Oh, unfortunately missing. Oh, no, advantage. You're good. You're all good. Yeah, as he stabs that one, yeah, definitely killing this one. As this dryad falls down unconscious. At the end, oh no, and then he will bonus action dash, and I think he'd run in front of Shion to try and help Shion in this situation, while still being invisible. So you don't see him there, but you feel a presence run between you and the creature. Arcturus, you're up.
While I'm running towards here, I'm also with my screwdrivers adjusting some things on my my gloves while screaming, oh fuck, not again, not again. And I just use Eldritch Blast again to see if this one hits. 27.
27 definitely hits.
12 damage.
My word, that's a huge hit.
Also the 3 fire damage.
Oh yeah, 3 fire, which does a total of 6 fire. Yep.
And
Second shot.
To give the guys a chance, I will also use a repelling blast.
Ooh, how far?
10 feet.
10 feet as you push him here. And I'll just move him out of the way.
And I'll use the other one. Is it 18?
18 misses, I'm afraid, as you fire that second blast, and yeah, it hits the creature, but it just doesn't seem to appear to damage it, as it's just the bark is too thick on its being.
No,
We
I'll
don't
just...
get opportunity.
No, because it's forced movement, I'm
Okay.
afraid.
And I'll just murmur myself like, almost, and no, that's the end of my turn.
Nice. After this, which is what I should have done the first time round, I can do 3 of them. Screw it, you guys aren't in melee. Sure. How far away are we all? In range? In range. Okay. Ahad! You feel a tremor beneath the ground as brambled vines come flying out of the ground towards you at a range of 60 feet. So the first one is on you. A natural 20. You will take 20 slashing damage plus the crit of 17 slashing. So that's a total of 37 points of slashing damage.
Ouch. Very ouch.
Can I... You also now must make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
I hate you. 20.
You succeed. You are not restrained, meaning you can still move. Manage to dodge out of it and get out of it.
Can I do something? Maybe. Can I use my lucky to make a D20 reroll? Right?
I would have
Usually,
said
if
if you'd have said
remembered
if
in
you'd have said it
time-
straight away,
Yeah.
yes. But unfortunately, because
Next
you've
time.
already made the deck save, yeah, next time definitely. But yeah, I need a Constitution saving throw from you to keep up concentration. It is greater invisibility is concentration,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
23.
Yeah, that succeeds. Cool. Awesome. Okay, next target is Arcturus. Brambles begin to fly through the ground and burrow up towards you. Not burrow, the opposite of burrow. Dig? No?
Dig up.
How do you...
Reach.
yeah.
Brother.
Breach, that'll do. 24 to
Yeah,
hit you.
that hits.
Okay. You take a whopping 10 slashing.
Mhm.
See, much kinder on Arcturus.
Thank
yeah,
you.
you take 10 slashing, and I need a dexterity saving throw, please.
Deck save.
As the brambles try to wrap around you.
12.
You fail. You are currently restrained as the roots wrap around you. To free yourself, you must use an action of a DC 15. Cool. Yeah, that's that. Nice. Then the last target will be the bear, I think. Yeah, the bear. The bear it's going to go for the last one, the last bramble strike. A 13.
Yeah, meets it, beats it.
Wait, does it hit you?
It's the armor class is 13. Yeah.
Oh,
Pretty
man.
good.
Okay. You want to take
That's okay.
6 slashing? My word.
3.
Yeah, Ahad really took a beating for you lot because you lot did nothing. Okay. Did I roll like max or something? What the hell?
Yeah. Not. Yeah.
Oh my lord. Okay, cool. So you take 3 points of damage, and I need a dexterity saving throw from you, please. Which you have advantage on because you are raging. Oh no, wait, you're only first level barbarian, right?
No, I would, but it's a strength based, not dexterity. Strength based.
No,
I
sorry.
have...
Barbarians at second level get danger sense, so they get advantage on dex saves. Are you
Oh,
first?
okay. Yeah, no.
You only... Yeah. Okay,
yeah, no
cool.
first. Yeah.
Yeah. So unfortunately, the brambles do wrap around you and constrain you to that point, so you
Did it not
can't
burn?
move. Magic.
Sure.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. That's its turn. Oh, it'll actually move. Where will it move to? It doesn't want to be near the bear. I'll go to here. Back to where it started. Ahad, you're up. The brambles are around you. If you wish to move, you have to make a strength check to get out of them. Or you can stay where you are and still cast spells, and you're all good.
The brambles are around me? I thought I
Yes.
succeeded.
Oh, you
on
succeed.
the-
You were the only one that did succeed. Correct. Yes, you've dodged it.
I
You're good.
exceeded some, except for my lucky, I
Ooh.
didn't. But yeah. I just thought what I wanted to do. No, God damn you. I want to use my bonus action. No, not bonus action to cast my mirror images.
Action to cast mirror image. Not a
Like
problem.
to activate the cloak thing.
Yeah. Roll me a d20, please.
No,
Oh
to
wait, no,
activate.
through that. Yep. No, you good. You good.
And then as a bonus action, I will convert, like I will, yeah, draw some energies from around me and
Mm-hmm.
get some sorcery points back by sacrificing a spell slot.
Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
That's the end of my turn. Yes.
Brave.
Strength check to get out with
Yes.
advantage.
Yeah. It takes your action to do so.
Okay, that's fine.
I will. Yeah. You're good. You definitely break free, as you manage to shake off, and the brambles begin to burn around you as you shake them off.
Yeah, and I use my bonus action to dash after him.
You mean your movement?
Yeah, but does my action? Yeah, I think it's fine anyway, movement wise.
Yeah.
My movement, I will run
Yes.
after him.
You're all good. Okay. Is that the end of your turn? You got a bonus left.
Yeah. I could try and get. No, it's okay. It's all right. I'll leave it there.
Okay, not a problem. Zeno will run towards the creature and will do his best. So he will scimitar. Advantage still misses on a 19. Claw, 19 still misses. Bite. He always hits the bite. He does a whopping 2 damage as he feels like doesn't quite get through as well. But that is the end of Zeno's turn. Shion, you're up.
I had a plan, and my plan now fell to pieces. So,
It's usually how it goes.
yeah, I guess I'm gonna run up a little bit closer. And I'm gonna use my Hexblade's Curse.
Okay, yeah.
Curse
It's a
it.
bonus action curse.
My bonus action, and then I
Nice.
want to use Firebolt.
Go for it.
Bolt.
23 definitely hits. That is nice. So that does 8, which is 16 fire. And then does the Hexblade's curse do any extra, or?
No,
believe it
no,
does.
not yet. No.
Next turn, I think you do psychic,
Yeah,
or that's
If
the one.
if I choose the Maddening Hex, yeah.
Nice. Okay, cool. Is that the end of your turn?
Yep.
Okay, awesome. At the end of that, Andros will run to here, and he will do the old stabbies. Oh! Wait there. This might actually be pretty close. I don't have a pen. Okay, I'll work it out in my brain. 45.
59.
Holy cow, 45?
59.
59 total?
Yeah, 24, 21 is 45, plus 6 is 51, plus 8 is 59.
Okay. Yeah, he...
Oh no, it's not fire. Never mind, it's good. Go on.
Wait,
No, I was thinking maybe there's, it's fine, it's 59.
yeah, you are right. It's 59. It is 59. Okay. Yes, that's enough. Oh, that's really interesting as well because it's a crit. Okay. You see Andros comes running up. He like leaps off of the ground. He pushes off of your shoulder, Maeve, to get higher. And
I
as he
don't
does,
see him.
Yeah,
But I feel it.
yeah. Andros sees this really cool moment where he runs up, he like leaps off the ground, pushes off your shoulder blade, and then jams White Tusk into the skull of the creature, and all of you see the skull begin to crack and just like this like ripple effect as then it like explodes as this like electricity runs through its body, and as it does, Andros lands, and all of you see this black dark energy begins shooting out of the head of the creature and into the space besides Zeno and Maeve, as when he crits and kills something, he absorbs stuff, as he absorbs something. Okay, yeah. Awesome. That's the end of initiative for now. So we are gonna come out of that real quick. I believe Arcturus, just maybe a real quick strength saving throw with advantage.
This is my best skill ever, so 11.
11. I will say you needed a 10 now that the combat has, died down. You kind of just push the brambles off a little bit and step out of it. It's not the most elegant way. You kind of have to, like, you get caught a little bit and like have to rip like a bit of your clothing to get out, but you manage to get out without having someone to come and help you. So yeah,
Cool.
you guys all succeed and kill the creatures. And as silence falls you all once more, you start to hear twigs and branches moving in the distance, as if maybe your combat and, a bear roaring and biting and clawing and the whole shebang of this fight has definitely created some noise.
Erhard will run closer to
Perception check. I'll use my smell as well.
Okay, go for it.
And Olaf will, since he perceives.
Go
Is
for
that intelligence or is it from my
Wisdom.
wisdom? Mine or
You use your own perception because you use any mental stats as yours.
Okay.
So 21 for
Would be
healing.
advantage because of keen smell.
Correct, yes. And 21 for Olaf as well, correct? Cool. Yeah, as you all
And
kind
for
of
Kata.
just... And for Kada is a 10. Nice. Yeah, so as all of you do this, you can sense that there are not close, but distant creatures moving towards the sound of combat, shrieking dryads when they were burning, and the whistling of that noise of like the fire on the crackling of wood. This has definitely caused a scene. But as you also look around your current situation, you see Dianthus now completely unconscious at the top of this tree with the vines slowly covering her body. Just her head, shoulders, and her feet are currently out. And you see these vines wrapping around all the tree and all into the roots and into the ground. And this hole at the bottom of the tree, almost like a doorway. And now that you guys are this close, everyone roll me a perception check besides Maeve. Because Maeve's rolled one for her, the others rolled for their creatures.
So for myself, okay.
Yeah, for yourself.
8.
Okay. You know what? That actually checks out because Arcturus and Erhard are the furthest people away. So that makes total sense. As Shion, Maeve, Ondros was definitely going to pass this, but I'll just do it anyway, just to make sure. Oh, yeah. Ondros, Maeve, and Shion. All of you see into this hole. And what you see is a land, a colourless land. Greys, whites, and blacks. You see a strange sight. It's not a forest, the other side of this. It looks like a mountain peak. And a mountaintop pathway that leads to some ruins. But it looks man-made. It doesn't look natural. And as you look through, you see a bolt of lightning hit the mountaintop roadway. But there is no sound from within. There is no colour, just a brilliant white light as it smacks into the ground and leaves a scorched mark on the mountain path. You guys are seeing the Shadowfell for the first time. And with a... You all rolled very high, but Ondros is the one that points it out to you two, rolling above a 20. He spots a large bat-like creature flying over the top of the peak of this mountain. And then another. And another. Before they all fly behind it. What do you guys do?
Guys, I don't feel so good.
Okay.
Maeve's gonna rush over to Dianthus and ignore everybody else in bear form. How high up the tree is she?
About 60 foot up.
I'm gonna climb up as a bear.
Okay, I believe bears have a climbing speed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, this one doesn't, but I think they can climb, right? It just no.
Bears in general can climb, right? I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure I've seen bears climbing trees. I'm gonna say, you know what? Roll me an athletics check. DC is anything but a natural 1. We'll go with that.
23.
Imagine if you rolled that one. Okay, you begin clambering up this tree, and you get right up beside her, still as your bear form. You are starting to leave a few scorch marks along the tree as you climb up.
Once I
yeah.
get up and I get situated, I will go back to Maeve.
Okay, yeah, sure.
But I want to be secure before I do that.
I will with that check, absolutely fine. And yeah, you are currently sat or stood atop a branch which is right beside her.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, she's currently unconscious.
And I cast Healing Word on her.
Okay. Yeah. Throw up
the
the spell for me.
Where is it for me? There you go.
Awesome. Are you doing it at a higher level?
Level 2.
Okay, cool. Yeah, as you see breath release from her as her eyes slowly begin to open, but the paleness to her still there, and she's still constrained by these vines, and these small little red flower beads are slowly budding across the vines on her.
Mm-hmm. Dianthus?
Maeve?
Yeah.
I'm glad you have come.
How can I help you? How do I get you out of this?
I do not know. Do what you can to release me.
I can polymorph you into something small and try and get you out.
It is your call.
Or I don't. Can we cut you out? What? Would you know how these branches work?
You see her just like dazed, looking towards these branches, like the vines wrapped around her, and she kind of just like looks down towards them. You could try.
I will take my scimitar and just try a little bit, like, because I don't want to provoke it too much. I don't want it to get worse, and I'll just see what happens if I start like sawing away at one of them.
Okay, either make me an attack roll or an athletics check.
Okay. Athletics. 16.
Okay, So I'll say what you end up doing is, rather than cutting into it, you put the blade on the side of the tree and try to put the blade down the side, and then turn the blade so the blade's facing out. So if the vines are moved towards it, it actually moves away from Dianthus rather than to her. And because of this, once it laxes, you grab hold of one and yank, and as you start to pull it, you see it starts to free Dianthus a little bit. Roll me another athletics check, but this time at disadvantage. As you're currently holding the blade, holding a vine, but also trying to help her out of it.
I can't guidance myself on this, can I?
Sure, I'll allow
I
it.
can?
Yeah.
Can we see what she does?
Yeah, you guys can see it. Yeah. So do you want to roll your d4 as well?
Yep, sorry.
That's right.
1d4. 22?
Exactly the DC I had in mind. 12.
12,
it would have been.
sorry, yeah,
Yes.
12.
Exactly the DC I had in mind for it. You leave the blade embedded slightly in the tree and quickly grab her and gently lift her out and place her on the branch beside you. The vine withers and like snaps back as the blade falls, but you manage to quickly grab the blade as well. As yourself, Dianthus, and you kept the blade without dropping it 60 foot. But yeah, you guys are currently 60 foot up into a tree.
Okay. Guys, I could really do with some help here.
As
We need.
I would say at this point, greater invisibility drops. Because it's been over a minute. And yeah, as you shout up, what do you need? You see your father as a lycanthrope for the first time. As you see a were-panther look up towards you. and then he runs to the tree and jumps and starts like embedding his claws up and starts climbing up the tree.
Nod of approval.
Do you think she likes holy water? She is a plant type being, right?
Does the Anthus... Do you like holy water?
It is not something I would consume. It wouldn't aid me.
Okay. Then we'll just wait for my dad to get up here.
As your father then gets up, but he doesn't come up to the branch. He just gets like high enough up and then extends a hand to put her on his back. And then he'll slowly start clambering down again. And he'll take the Anthus down to the bottom.
I'll also ask him, can you come back for me?
And then he will he says no. No. He climbs up, he grabs you, you hang onto his back, and then he climbs back down as well. It's not as fast as Berave, but it's effective.
Okay.
Yeah. And you guys come down. I'll move that out of the way.
But
I'm glad that you came, Maeve. It's been horrible. The portal opened, and a beast flew out. A giant, bat-like beast with a rat's head. But it wasn't alone. Through the rift that was left stood a gentleman. A figure, hooded, but humanoid in nature. I believe he's the reason the rift opened in the first place.
Okay. And how long is that ago?
A month or two now. I managed to contain the Everglade, but in doing so I trapped all within.
Do you need to stay in this dome for it to be cast, or can we take you out to safety?
I cannot leave. If I leave, the dome fades.
Okay.
Thank you for coming back for me.
Yeah, of course. I wasn't imagining this when you said I had to fight corruption, but I'm glad you did.
I sent you away as I could feel the presence. I could feel the necrotic energy here. I did not want Benson to be taken, but it was you or him, and I knew that at least I could trust in you to come back and help.
So Benson's in there too?
The beast took Benson back. And that is when creatures of the void began pouring out. The blights, the dryads were my sisters.
I'm so sorry.
I was to turn to one of them, but you came in time.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to go in, won't we, to close the rift?
It is the only way. The source
Will you
of
be
the
okay?
power will be further in. I imagine they needed Benson to keep it open for a longer period of time. A life force of sorts. Something bound to this world.
Yeah. Guys, do we need to rest up before we go in?
Well, I'm personally very... I took a hit. I'm bleeding profusely, I guess. I could create that little dome to hide us and protect us a little bit if we want to rest, but you guys heard the things in the woods, right?
Could you create it over the rift, so like against it, so nothing can come out of the rift?
Well, it's just semicircle. I mean, you guys have seen me do it. It's a 20 feet diameter, so it's not huge. How
No,
big
but
is the...
I mean, like if the edge is against the rift, then technically nothing can come out of it because it can't enter our dome.
I need to stay inside the dome, though.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
But nothing else can come in. So if the rift is on the outside of it against the dome, your dome, then nothing would be able, right?
I think so. How big is the rift? Can I see that?
It's about 10 foot by 10 foot in size. You reckon
If we stood right on it?
if you
maybe?
were right on top of it? Yeah, probably.
Can try. I need 10 minutes. Or I cast it immediately, but that's another spell slot. Like another, that's more power.
Andros, do you see anyone else yet? Do we have time?
Yeah, Andros nods to you and then starts heading towards the mouth of this like thorn wall. And he stealths as he's doing so, and as he gets towards the edge, he looks out and he turns back and gives you a thumbs up.
Okay. I will stand by the rift and start casting the Leomund's tiny hut as a ritual.
And Zeno will poach up on the other side of the brambled wall, and those two appear to be taking some sort of sentry to make sure that if anything does come, they dispatch it before it gets to you guys. And yeah. So 10 minutes. Over the next 10 minutes, is there anything anyone wanted to do?
I mean,
You mentioned resting. Maybe a short rest. I'm fine myself, but not all of us.
I would like to do a short rest. if we're staying for an hour.
I think we all can use a short rest.
Zeno and Andros will say they won't take one so that they can keep watch.
Okay. I will also pour a healing potion in, I give Dianthus a healing potion, just a normal one.
Okay. As you begin to give it to her, she places a hand out and like pushes it back to you. You may need it more than I, if you are to enter there.
Right, but if you die, then the walls come down, and then there's more deaths than just arrows in there.
Now that I am free, I may be able to better protect myself.
There's people watching us on the edge of the Thorn Wall. A lot of people from Seychelles are there, and druids, clerics, blade singers. I know you can't leave, but if all comes to shit, that's where I'd go if I was you.
Very well. I will hide here until your return. Maeve. And she reaches out towards your face. And as she does, she seems to be casting some sort of spell as you feel this wisp of magic go behind your head. And as it does, the rest of you, apart from Erhard, Andros, and Zeno, you see this wisp of magic go behind her head and into the circlet of diadems. As you see it grow thicker, and the housing at the front grows into more of like a diamond type shape with the point going down. And as it does, the gemstone changes shape to affix that shape. Something I've been meaning to give you for some time. Use it well.
Okay. Look, I love that you keep coming to me in my dreams and giving me great stuff, but you never tell me what it is. So please, can you tell me what it does?
This is your exalted elemental form. For now, fire. The fire to burn this corruption from this land. And yeah, and as you feel this, you feel a warm sensation fill your body as you get access to a new form.
Okay. And yeah, thank you. Are you sure? Don't waste your magic on me, please.
You may need it for what is to come.
Does it exhaust me if I use it once?
In technical terms, it uses 2 wild shapes.
Right.
So it uses both to do it, but it is a better form. And for the viewers at home who don't get to see what I've just handed Maeve, Maeve has now unlocked the Phoenix form. So yeah,
Nice.
there we go. As you gain the Phoenix form that you can now turn into, but it does cost both of your wild shapes.
Yeah. Okay. It's good to know. But I'm restoring that now anyway.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
once you take the short rest, you'll gain the other wild shape back.
Okay. Thank you. I don't know. We'll try our best in there. If there's any info that you have for us, I can make it any easier. That would be great, but I can imagine you don't.
Find the source. Be careful. And whenever you destroy whatever it is that's keeping this open, make haste. The rift will not stay open for long. Time will be ticking.
Okay. I reach out to my pouch and I find the pink dried out leaf at this point that I found when I went to Kalia's garden, and I hand it to her.
Yeah, she
don't
looks
know.
down at it and like smiles.
I don't know what it does. It might just be an ordinary leaf. But it's made me believe. And maybe it can help you when you're here on your own.
Thank you. Hopefully Kalia looks down upon me as she does you. And at this, she touches the tree next to her and phases into it. As she has removed herself from this location.
Alright, okay, well, I'm gonna rest.
Yeah, and you guys then take a short rest. Okay.
I'm gonna since you usually ask me, the dome is
Yeah, what
gonna be
colour?
kind of like grayish,
Nice.
blackish, opaque. Yeah, like just
Kind of
this-
to look like a boil on the tree, right?
Yeah, just like
Nice,
as
I like
horrible as
it.
everything around us.
Yeah, perfect. Okay. I would like... There's 5 of you. Each of you to roll me a D20. Roll me 2. Each of you roll me 2 D20s, please.
5 and
That was the
11.
quickest rolling of D20s I've ever seen in my life.
I keep doing it wrong.
Well, there's a door, a tool on the side.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I really prefer that tool over just typing in the code.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll... I'll roll 2 for Andros as well. Yeah, okay, cool. During your rest, you guys are keeping a watch. And... within the last 20 minutes of your hour, Andros raises a hand, and all of you like start to get ready, and then he like pushes back towards you, puts a finger to his mouth, and both him and Zeno like slink into the wall of thorns as you see about 3 or 4 needle blights begin to walk through. Would anybody like to hold an attack for these creatures coming through the entryway? You guys are all in the bubble, so you guys are safe, like they can't see you. All they see is this big like ball covering the tree. And Zeno, I will roll for them, but I think they should be fine, but I will just quickly roll. As long as it's not a nat 1. Yeah, he's golden. And ooh. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, you see these come in, and one of them like looks towards where your father was, Maeve. You guys are in the bubble. If you want to make one attack each, I would allow you guys to make an attack as a bit of a surprise towards these needle blights.
Do we get like the hit dice effect after the rest? Or...
After the full short rest.
Okay.
So I'll let you guys make an attack, and then Andros
far are
will
they?
also get an attack. They would be at the entryway, so it would be, you guys would be around here. They're about 70 feet away from you. So anything you can fire or attack with 70 feet or further. I guess you guys would all be about here.
I only have 60s on my cantrips.
60 only?
On the cantrips, yeah. Like I don't really
Okay.
want to do a spell slot.
That's fair.
I'll try like crossbow at them.
Yeah,
Can
sure.
you do that from within the hut?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Eldritch
so-
Blast. Eldritch Blast.
Dance.
Lots of embers.
Nice. Yeah. So make your Eldritch Blast and Dance of Embers for me, please.
There
I
will
guess-
also be braces of archery, which I'm still wearing, but they're not ticked.
So that'd be
Plus
+2 damage, is
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
I guess since I see
Oh,
Maeve take out the
really?
crossbow,
Radiant will have gone now.
Yeah, that's fine.
I also had a crossbow once, so I'm just gonna.
Oh my
Oh
god.
well.
Okay.
Why?
Okay, so do the second Dance of Embers for me, Shion, because you do get 2 of them. As you pew pew. Yeah, awesome. Okay, so Shion, you fire both at one, killing it. Arcturus, you fire both at another. Oh no, you fire one of them at the first one, killing it, and then the third one gets hit with Maeve's crossbow bolt, which does kill it. And then you see a fourth one, which you guys weren't aware of as it comes around the corner. And as you see it, Arcturus fires off the last nat 20, and it just blows its head to pieces. As Andros jumps out to stab one, and they're all dead, as there was only 4 in total. But as he does, he like nods to you all, not being able to see you, but he just kind of nods and then slinks back into the shadows. And the rest of your rest, yeah.
Could I quietly play a motivational song?
How?
It's a 1 minute spell casting, I believe.
Yes. So it takes 1 minute, and you have to play a musical instrument. So if you wish to try, I will say stealth check at disadvantage.
Okay. So I guess yeah, at the end of the rest.
If
We'll do
you
it after
roll
we-
below a 12, yeah, I'll say 12's the DC, but disadvantage.
Yeah, I would do it at the end of our rest. I mean, the
Okay.
hut stays up 8 hours, so we have time theoretically.
Well, I think that's a great time to take a quick little break then, as these guys can roll their hit dice and all that good stuff and gain all their stuff back as you have completed a short rest. So, cool. We'll be back in about 5 or so minutes. See you guys in a bit. Take care. Bye. Welcome back. We left off with our party taking a short rest, regaining hit points, and spending all of them, Zeb, if I'm not mistaken. Whereas not everyone else had to, because you took a huge hit. But as you guys take this little hour, while Shion reads her book a little bit more as well, Andros and Zeno move over towards the bubble. And as they walk on into it, all of you stood before this portal and the bubble itself stuck to the side of the tree. What are you all doing?
Guys, do you mind if I take a chance and play a song to make us all a bit prepared? Give us some bolstering energies for an hour.
Well, we're going in anyway, so what do we have to lose?
All right. Then I will start playing as quietly as possible a motivational song.
Go for it. Roll me a stealth check with disadvantage as you are trying to keep it hushed.
12.
Okay, 12. And please roll me a performance check as well.
16.
Very nice. Okay, and what does this do? What does everyone gain?
We gain.
Is it everyone or
Choose
is it
up to 5 creatures, so I will choose our 5 party.
party? Not
essentially.
Not a problem.
Gain 5 temporary hit points and advantage of wisdom saving. If an affected creature is attacked by hit by an attack, it has advantage on the next attack roll it makes. Once an
Okay.
affected creature loses the temporary hit points granted by the spell ends for that creature.
Ah, okay.
And
So
up
they
to an
only
hour.
so they only have advantage on wisdom saves until they lose the temporary hit points.
5 temporary hit points.
Okay, cool. Not a problem. Please try and remind me if that comes up. But yeah. Awesome. So you guys are sat in the bubble and you are all looking into the portal, and yeah, you can just see everyone roll me another perception check as you've spent an hour in here kind of just like relaxing with this portal just besides you. Very nice. Okay, yeah, I will say Ahad and Maeve, yeah, you just see this mountaintop pathway that leads to this ruinous sort of hillside cavern of some sorts, but it's clearly man-made as the sculptures have got like intricate carvings on, and there's this like blue flickering energy, sort of like an arcane sigils perhaps on the entryway of this cavern. But what you can see is just constant thunder coming down and hitting parts of the mountain, as you just see beams of white light hitting the mountain and bits of rubble falling away. But it's completely devoid of color. There is no color whatsoever within this like land. It is just monotone. It is just whites, blacks, and greys, all different shades of those different colors. And as you look on in, Arcturus and Shion, you see the skittering of creatures probably 200, 300 feet from the entryway of this portal. And they are climbing up the mountain sides. And then you see a few bat-like creatures kind of perched on top of the mountains. This is this is pure horror. This is horrible to look at. Like, it is devastatingly terrifying as you're looking through this portalway. And as you actually look at the portal itself, you two can see that there are like shifts in its movements, as if it tries to like close, and then like a static energy, like every time the lightning hits, the static energy like keeps it open, like it opens more. And I would say with your deductions that the lightning strikes must be hitting something which is keeping this from closing. And as you look down, you see no vines, but you see wisps of magic. Shion, you're the only one that sees this. You see very faint wisps of white magic coming off of the portal and drifting off up towards the mountain. And I will say, yeah, that's all that you catch as of this point. And your long rest is up. Short rest is up. Andros and Zeno walk through the portal behind you. So, what's the plan?
Guess we're going into this hellhole.
Go in quick, get out fast.
There's
There's-
Find the source and
can I see if those creatures that I saw, would they be like the twig blights? Would we be able to like easily get them, or do they look like way more dangerous than that?
With a 24, they are very, very far away. But they look more humanoid-like. They have a dark black sort of skin, but like overextended arms and legs. And you can see a long tongue kind of hangs out of their mouth and these pure white eyes. But they're very far away and they seem to be like scampering up the sides of like a mountain and like perching and then like jumping to different areas. But they seem... Yeah, they seem more humanoid than like plant-like. They've got like a darkened, leathery sort of skin. They're clearly some sort of undead horror. Clearly, from where you're stood.
Lovely.
And yeah, with your 24, you could probably see about maybe 6 or 7 of them just like clambering up the mountainsides. They're not on top of the pathway towards this archway, but they are besides it. Like if you were to go walking up to it, they'd probably notice you. But, you know, maybe if you tried to be a bit more stealthy, maybe they wouldn't. But it's up to you. You guys are stood before the portal, and again, this like rippling, like the rift starts to close a little, and then lightning strikes, and it kind of like shoots back up to the open state.
I wouldn't know if it's like connected, right? The lightning and the opening.
Just from the time spent looking through, every time there's a lightning strike, it appears that... Because there's multiple lightning strikes, it's not just the one.
Mm-hmm.
There's some further away in the distance, but there's a couple that come closer by. And you can just see that clearly it's when it impacts, it like opens more. It's almost as if it's hitting something.
Yeah.
And the thing that it is hitting is making this open.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I'll just like point to where I see lightning strikes embed into the mountain. And like, I don't know what it is, but that seems to be responsible for reopening. So I think that is gonna be our target.
But we need to be careful. There's creatures around.
Do you think we need to go with the lightning strikes, Arcturus?
No, I don't think so. The lightning only opens it. Reopens it.
Well, it seems to conduct energy, doesn't it?
Yeah, the portal tries to close, like we said before, but something on the inside is responsible for reopening it. And every time the lightning hits on the object where it hits, it reopens. So,
If we know where to go, I could have us fly over, but it could be dangerous, because if I lose concentration, we'll fall.
I'd say we walk, just in case.
Okay.
So if you guys are ready?
Well, two things. I picked up this other spell, makes me summon a very fast horse, but only one person can ride it. If we ever need, like, someone to go ahead or go back or something. And also, I can kind of it's almost like I can illuminate a room, almost as if daylight is coming from within.
There's
You guys-
there's creatures there, right? We don't want to get it like.
No, I'm just wondering if maybe at some point it would, since they are very affine to the dark, maybe it would blind them if we go into a tight spot.
Yeah, or attract them, like mosquitoes.
Well, definitely, yeah.
Summon
I'm
up
just saying in a
monsters.
battle situation, maybe.
We don't have that thing that Contessa had, right? That daylight orb thing. We don't have that on us.
I don't believe so.
It's in the wagon.
Maeve doesn't know.
It's probably back in the cart.
Hmm.
Unless, of course, dear Petunia has sold it for a nice bottle of brandy.
Maybe she's using it and keeping our electricity bill down at night.
What's an electricity bill?
I mean, the council has to make their money some way, right? I was talking to what was her name? The little
Yes,
lady that died.
It's the candle tax.
Anyway, shall we go?
Yes.
You guys
Yes.
enter?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, we'll take you away from this map then. As you guys enter, you see this rocky, mountainous path before you. You are on top of a mountain. You are on the peak, at the very tippity top of this section of mountain that you are stood on. The wind blows past, rain is pattering down towards you all. You see above stormy black clouds. And when you look at one another, colourless, all colour removed. This monochromatic look of just greys, whites, and black in colour on you. Big Blue is now dark grey. You just see all of these different colours, and you can see shadowy figures ahead, jumping and climbing up the mountainous path. Where do you guys go? Directly ahead of you, you see this rune-like carvings on an entryway to what looks to be like a cavern. You see steep falls and mountainous terrain either side of the path that fall God knows how long, as all you can see below you is dark clouds.
I prefer.
Not to climb.
So do we want to fly then?
Only if you're absolutely
if-
sure for it.
I am absolutely not sure that it's gonna work or that we will live. Because if we fall, we're probably dead.
Well, we're definitely gonna have to defend you. Very well.
Yeah, whilst being carried by a huge bat, of course, as well.
Bat.
Oh, Erhard, I can't
not a-
cats fly. I'm going to get bats to carry us.
Oh. I thought you wanted to turn into, like, I don't know, a griffin or something.
No. I don't think I could carry all of us on my eagle form.
Too bad.
I
Yeah.
could turn into an eagle as well, but I don't really want to use that. It would exhaust me, and I think there's a
There's going to be.
Wait, since when can you like turn into an eagle?
You know that.
Wait.
Look at it.
It has some fascinating things in it.
So we can both turn into animals now.
Yes,
Alright, what shall we do?
I will only. I'd rather use it as a last resort.
But do you know what you're doing, or do you become like Andros and get like the intelligence of a spider?
I don't know. I haven't tried it yet, but I feel like I know how to do it now for some reason.
Well, I mean, you've
We
seen
can- we
me
can-
turn into plenty of times,
Yes,
so
yes. It's like I grasped a theory for some reason. I don't know.
just know that when you hear your bones breaking and like you feel your body shifting and hair just grows out of your arms like crazy, it's gonna feel really weird the first time. But it kind of feels like someone's cracking your back and it's kind of nice.
That's very good to know. You know what? like I said, I want to only use this as a very last resort. But maybe if we get out of there, we can try to change into like cats or dogs or on a nice calm day when there's nothing going on and there will be no battles, and then I can try it out
Mm-hmm.
The
in a bit
Anthis,
more relaxed way.
the Anthis did say that we'd only have limited time to escape, though, right?
We can't be too far from the rift.
What if we use your eagles to get back? It would probably be the fastest way, right?
Save it.
You could save it as an escape plan.
Yeah. I
That
mean,
sounds
How big are these eagles?
it's a giant eagle. Have you ever seen one?
Nope.
It's, I believe, if my mathematics are correct, it's 8 times the size of a normal one.
Wow. So could you carry people?
Yeah, it goes up to, maybe like 1 Andros or 2 Erhards. I don't know. Maybe 3 Erhards and fly a little bit tough. I don't know. I've never tried it.
Wait, but can anyone else make anyone fly?
Well, here, I can
Well-
summon the bats and we can fly away, all of us. We can fly away like that.
Right. Okay. Well, I'm just trying to think of ways we could maybe, escape this to
How
get
far
out of
can
it.
you teleport us, Arcturus, or is that just for one person?
I can teleport to one person. 500 feet.
Well,
That's quite a distance.
well, maybe if you could do that to Andros, if he's harder to carry. At least you two would be out, but it would mean that you two are on your own.
Okay, this is gonna sound so hypocritical, but once we've starting to close the rifts, could somebody then try and keep it open whilst others escape?
Then how do they get out?
well.
What? No.
The-
Keep it open till everybody's through.
Well,
If one gets there first.
What
The
at
rift-
what here? And he
Well,
points at the rift behind you.
Arcturus could teleport someone if the rift's starting to close and we won't make it 500 feet towards it and try and keep the rift open so everybody else can make it.
Oh.
I think the rift is the way we've read about it, and also multiple people now talking about it. It's more of a curtain that's closing.
It's a tear.
you can't-
It's not a portal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It gradually goes smaller, I would
Mm.
think, and then it collapses.
Right.
So we just
But-
on a tight schedule, and I don't think there's any way of holding reality open.
Okay, so once we've...
In reality, these weird shadowy fucks, if we get past them now, when we're running back, they're still going to be here, right? So, what I'm trying to say is, if we had an easier way of getting back, we wouldn't have to deal with the things that we tried to avoid on the way there.
Yeah.
Flight, teleportation, whatever.
I will try and keep that spell slot open, but I'm not sure if I can. The
Well,
one for the
yeah.
bats.
Yeah, I understand that. You magic users use an awful lot of inner strength for this sort of thing, so
Yeah.
Yes,
try your best, I guess.
I'll try to keep my energy to change into an eagle. So at least I can carry some of you.
You could change Andros into an eagle, because he's the heaviest one.
Wait, can you turn someone else?
I don't know, can I?
Well, no, I mean, I could, potentially.
You can cast the spell polymorph. It can be on a target, it doesn't have to be you. So you could turn Andros into an eagle, and then you and someone else climb on Andros rather than Andros being carried. Yeah, that'd work.
All right. So we
Like
try
I said,
to.
as a last resort.
Any ideas where the source is coming from?
Well, your friend reckons, yeah, that way, where the lightning's striking.
How far is that for our?
You can't see it. It's so where you are, you're on top of like a mountainous path, and where the rift is, there's like a flattened piece of this mountain, which is like slightly, it's probably about 20 foot in diameter, and then it narrows to a maybe 10-foot wide pathway that runs across the top of this mountain, and then there's a couple more peaks ahead of you where this cavernous ruin is going in, and probably like a mile or two behind this peak is where the lightning appears to be striking, and it is that exact point where you see the lightning hit that the effect of the rift then like opens more. And it's not opening any more than it currently is. It's stuck at the size it is, but it like slowly closes and the lightning strikes and it like fizzles out and like stretches further.
Okay. It's a long way to get back from there to here.
Yeah, we don't know how quick it closes either.
No.
Let's just follow the path down and try to reserve our energy to escape quickly.
Yeah, maybe we should try and be a bit quiet as well.
Yes.
And he like nods at Andros. Andros nods at him, and then the pair of them kind of like Skyrim crouch and start moving forward. Yeah, and you all follow. Okay, I'll have a group stealth check, please. You guys love these. Okay.
Yikes.
That's not good. That's not a good start.
Oh.
Oh, that is not good.
We die.
Roll for initiative.
Meteor strikes.
Okay, I'm gonna look at the passive perception of a creature right now. One of you succeeded, which means you fail the group stealth check. As you are all clambering through and making your way, I will say who rolled the lowest. Is it? Oh, it's a joint effort of Arcturus and Erhard. Okay.
And
As the
me.
pair of you...
And Maeve.
Did
Well,
you roll
Maeve.
5 as well? Oh my
Yeah.
lord. Okay, well then this makes total sense. As you are all walking along, a lightning strike hits before all of you, and part of the mountainous path begins to give way as rubble starts to fall down the mountainside. Erhard, you step back in panic, lose your footing, and start to fall off the other side of the mountain as Andros grabs your robe, and you're kind of like leaning back over this mountain, and as he pulls you up. As this is happening, Arcturus, the rocks beneath your feet give way. You grab out to Maeve, who tries to hold you, but the rocks also fall for her. As Shion tries to grab you, but with only a 7, unfortunately clambers to the floor and like reaches out a hand, but just misses. As Maeve's arm reaches out to her father, and her father grasps her, and with that were-lycanthrope panther form that he has, he holds on to her and slowly manages to pull you up, and then Shion gets back to her feet, grabs Maeve and starts pulling you up. And as this is happening, you hear and the pitter-pattering of footsteps and the rain and the wetness as 4 of these shadowy, leathery skinned beings with these long tongues that are just waving start rushing towards you. And we are going to go to initiative. So, please roll initiative now. It is up. And I will place the creatures on the map as you see them. There's one there. There's one up on the mountain there. And one there. And they will all get 1 turn of free initiative, as they were hiding and got the jump on you. Only a 12, but that's fine, because they get their... Oh, let me roll for Andros. There we go. Gabushka. And that one. Well, both 17s. Cool. And then I'm going to play some music real quick. We will go for this one. Okay, as all of you stand back up and look towards where your enemies are, I'm going to move you guys slightly. We're going to have Maeve, Arcturus, and Zeno over here. We're going to have Andros, Erhard over here, and then Shion over here as well. So you guys are split up a little bit as you guys were falling off the pathway, but they are going to get the first round of initiative. So they start sprinting. Let me just double check their speed. 35. Okay. They sprint to here, and to here, to here, and to here. This one sprints to here. This one clambers down the mountain to here. Can they move any closer? Yeah, they're going to dash because they are beings. So this one will dash there. This one will dash there. This one will run straight up to you two. And this one runs to here. And then we start the initiative. Maeve. I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw, please. The second your turn starts, as you are pulled back onto the mountainous path. And as you do, this stench coming from this creature starts to fill your nostrils. A 9? Okay, you are considered poisoned for the next 24 hours. No, sorry, not 24 hours. Oh, until the start of your next turn. Sorry, yes. So until the start of your next turn, you are poisoned, which means you have disadvantage on attack rolls. And yeah, you are currently poisoned.
Okay. I will chug an antitoxin as my bonus action.
Okay, you sure?
I assume that's what it's for, so I don't know.
Okay, so bonus action, you chug the potion, you are no longer poisoned.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
And for my action, I will try and throw one of the veils at this guy over, like, north of me. I don't know how to roll that.
Roll me a dex check, please, and then, yeah, just flat dex.
20.
That definitely hits. Roll 2d6, please.
Okay. 10.
Ooh. As you throw this vial, and it hits him, and it just starts to burn. It's almost like acid to him. As you just... As this, like, wisps of dark energy start to flow off of him, you do notice that the vials, the water has color. There is color. There is this white, not white, sorry. It's like a slightly golden tinted liquid that has been, like, blessed holy water. And yeah, you see that there is a golden coloration to it. And yeah, you throw it, and as you do, it starts to sizzle across the chest, and it appears to be doing damage to them. That is your action?
That is my action, and I will hold my shield up and stand where I'm standing for now.
Okay, at the end of that, Zeno, he will make a con save. Nat 20. He's good. As he turns around... Oh, he's in his other form. Let me just change that real quick. Boop. As he turns around, and he will slash with the scimitar for the first attack. That definitely hits. Dealing a whopping 13. Just got to double check something. Yeah, cool. 13, and then he will bite into it. Wow, that hits as well for 11. And then he will claw into it for a 9, unfortunately missing. Andros, seeing this, will spin around and stab with his rapier. 13, unfortunately missing. Oh, I should have done the other thing. You know what? I'm going to slightly wreck on that because he would have done steady aim first so that he would have got advantage. So, 21 to hit, which does hit. That is an incredible amount of damage. Oh, the radiant's gone. Ah,
It's -10 for the
is
radiant.
that? Thank you.
It's a 4 and a
Let me-
6, yeah.
Let me untick radiant because that has worn off. Okay, so that is 22 plus 4, which is 26. So 30 damage, not 40. Yeah, as he stabs into it, and he just shrieks out in pain as the lightning ripples through its body. But he also, I need to make a con save. He has advantage on it. Yeah, he's fine. Cool. At the end of that, Shion, Constitution saving throw, please. It is a poison, so if you are resistant to poison or have advantage on saving throws against poison, by all means. There you go.
Yeah. An 8.
Okay, you are considered poisoned. Put that little one on you there. So you have disadvantage on attack rolls.
Yeah, well, there's not much I can do. I don't really have any antitoxin in my blood or something. But seeing what Maeve did to that one guy over here, I am
Yep.
going to use my sacred flame on it.
Which one are you firing that one at?
This one.
The one further away? Yep, go for it.
Yeah, the one further away.
Nice dex save. 19, so they succeed, so take 0 damage. But you fire the radiant damage towards it, but it manages to scamper to the side as it looks towards you. Is that the end of your turn?
Yep.
Okay, Ahad. Constitution saving throw, please. 15 is a success. You are not poisoned. Congratulations.
Yay, I don't die today. Which one of the two did Andros attack?
The top one, the furthest one away.
Great. I will cast Shatter.
Okay.
I believe that's point somewhere. Yeah.
Yep,
So
20-foot radius,
that
I believe.
is a 10-foot radius.
10-foot radius.
So,
So you can hit the two next to you.
I'll make that like that's
Go for
square,
it.
like
What check do I need to make?
It's a con save.
Con saves. 13, 19. So
The
it
19
goes top to bottom.
succeeds,
So the bottom one succeeds.
and half damage.
Okay.
bu- 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 bu-
13. And what's half of 13? 6. Round down. Cool. Yep.
They are like normal humankind. Like it's not like stone.
It is not a
crystal,
construct,
metal,
no.
and,
No.
Yeah. And as a bonus action, after I roll my d20.
Yep.
Good luck. As a bonus action, I will give some bardic inspiration to Andros. I'm sorry I failed you before. I
Okay.
hope you do better.
Okay, I'll give him a little yellow dot so I try and remember. Cool, perfect. That the end of your turn?
Yes.
Immediately, it will slash towards you, the first one. So, the first attack will be a claw attack. Does a 15 hit you, Ahad? Yes or no?
I will use my reaction.
Okay.
Cast shield.
You cast shield. What is your AC now?
Oh, can I do it? I can do reaction, right?
Yeah.
Like as a spell again after I cast a spell.
Yeah. What's your AC?
It's a +5, so it's 19.
It's 19. Oh yeah, because you got mage armor on. Nice. So 19. Okay, and then it will go for a bite attack. Another 15, which misses.
Yeah.
Then it will go for Andros. 27 definitely hits. My word. As it slashes towards Andros, and Andros has to make a Constitution saving throw or become paralyzed.
Short meta thing. I have to roll d20 as well, since it's a
Yep.
spell, right?
Go for it.
3.
Okay. So he takes a total of 14 damage, but does in fact succeed, so does not get paralyzed. And then
Does he
it will
use
make
this evasion thing, the dodge, his uncanny dodge. Does that work?
Yeah, I'm not. Oh yeah, he can use it as a reaction each turn,
Yeah.
can't he? Okay, I'll do that. Yeah, good job. I'll add another 7. Okay, and then he goes for a bite attack against it. Another 27. Holy cow. Oof. Should have saved that uncanny touch. As he takes 20 points of damage. Next up, this one will run to here. And this one will slash its claws at Maeve. A natural 20. You take a total of 12 slashing and 11 necrotic. Yeah, so that's 23. And you need a Constitution saving throw, please. An 18, you succeed. You're all good. Then the other one will slash at the big panther guy. Slash a 21 hits. Yep. He only takes the 8 necrotic, but he has to make a con save. 17 succeeds. Okay, and then it will make the bite against him as well. 15 also hits. And he only takes the necrotic. As you see, he actually starts to take a few points of damage as the necrotic does sink into him. That is the end of their turns. Arcturus!
Yay!
As you clamber back up onto the surface and like, oh god!
Thank you. Con save?
Yeah, sorry, yeah, Constitution saving throw, please.
An 11.
Control. An 11? Uh-oh. I think that's a fail. Let me just... Yeah, it's a 12 DC.
Fuck
So
hell.
you, unfortunately, are poisoned and have disadvantage on attack rolls.
Yay, well, I'm gonna try it anyway.
Go for it.
This guy here, Eldritch Blast.
As you fire one to the other side of the canyon. A 12 misses. As it goes wide.
20.
But a 20 definitely hits as you hit him and his corpse goes flying off the mountainside.
Cool, because that was my intention.
Yeah, as you blast it off the side of the mountain.
Exactly.
Nice.
Well, I'm kind of cozy between the rest of the guys being poisoned and all, so I'm just gonna stay here.
Not a problem. Maeve, you're up. You have succeeded. Actually, let me just read the wording on that. You've succeeded. Okay, yeah, you're good. You're muted.
Sorry. I am going to. Oh, I can't. Okay. I'm going to produce flame at the one still north of me, but I guess that's a disadvantage.
Disadvantage, yep.
That's okay. It's not okay.
Unfortunately, that misses.
I'm afraid that will have to be it for me. Yeah.
Okay, at the end of your turn, he will start tearing into the one north that's in combat with you. 7 misses. 9 misses. 12 misses. As Zeno tries his best to try and combat the one fighting you, but unfortunately fails to do so. Andros will steady aim stab. 25 hits. Nice. So that's 22 points of damage as he stabs into that. And then he will move around to the other side of it. And that's the end of his turn. Shion.
So does the poison, or is it the end of this turn? Or...
Yes, so now your poison dissipates.
Okay, so I can just use normal.
Now you're good.
rolls.
Yeah, you're
Okay,
good now.
I'm good now.
Yeah.
In that case, I will just put my chakrams in the one closest to me.
Go for it.
This one over here. Oh, boy. Oh, wait.
That definitely hits.
And the other one.
Math. 13. Oh. Yeah, he's dead. As you cleave through the skull of this one and through its torso.
These are humanoids, right?
They are humanoid in appearance, but they are not. They're undead. They're not alive. They're not alive creatures.
That's a shame.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The Spectre,
Shame.
not today. Not today.
Not today. God damn it.
Okay. But yes, you've still got your movement if you want to do anything.
Nah, I'm good.
Okay, cool. Ahad, you're up.
I will cast Frostbite Constitution save.
Okay. Oh, a 2.
Lovely. Disadvantage on the next weapon attack.
Nice. Perfect. Is that the end of your turn?
I think I will actually use my. Where's the bonus action one? Healing word with the flute as
Yep.
bonus action on Ondros.
Okay. How much are you healing him for?
7.
7 hit points. Nice. Is that the end of your
That's
turn?
my turn. Yes.
Awesome. The Shadowghast will bite towards you to begin with, Ahad. A 12 misses, I believe? Because shield's gone now.
Yeah, shield is gone. 12 misses is a 14.
Perfect. And then it will claw at Ondros. 26. It deals 8 slashing, 5 necrotic.
Theoretically, still uncanny. If he wants.
You know what? He actually will. Good job. You're reminding me. So add another 6. Okay, cool. Yeah, he will uncanny dodge this round. Thank you very much for reminding me. And then needs to make another Constitution saving throw. Which he fails. So Ondros is paralyzed. Oh. He will use the Bardic Inspiration. Nope, he
Doesn't
still
he
fails by 1.
Have advantage on Constitution?
He has advantage.
Against
Yeah.
poisons, yes. Not against
Oh.
paralysis. Yeah,
Okay.
unfortunately. Yeah, he was 1 point off. That's very unfortunate. But he is currently paralyzed for 1 round. I think it's 1 round. For 1 minute. Oh my lord, that's crazy. The other one will attack first at Maeve with a bite. 25.
Yep, that is.
You take a total of 18 points of damage. And then we'll claw at Zeno. 22 hits. Con save. 15 succeeds. He only takes the 6. That's their turns, because the others are dead. Arcturus, you're up.
Am I still poisoned?
Now it goes.
Now it
You're
goes.
good.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'll leap over Shion
Yep.
because I'm like way bigger and I'm running towards around here somewhere.
Yep.
And I just unlocked an achievement, so I'm going for the next one. Eldritch Blast on the one who just attacked Maeve.
Go for it.
10 misses.
10 misses, I'm
Come
afraid.
on. 27.
That does it.
Yeet of the
at
mountain.
+3.
+3. And
The
repelling-
+3 matters because he had 14 hit points, so he would have died. And then yeets off the mountain.
Yeets of the mountain. Oh, the other
one
one.
next to Maeve?
Maeve. That was Erhas.
Oh wait, you did that
Maeve's.
to Maeve's one.
This one.
Oh, then that doesn't matter.
But I also use Repelling Blast.
15. Oh, that does matter. Okay, that's
Yeets
10
him
feet.
on the mountain.
It yeets him off the mountain. Roll me 2d6, and I'm gonna make him make a dex save,
7.
which he fails. Okay, so that's doubled. He takes an additional 14 total damage as he falls 20 foot below, hits into the mountainside, doesn't manage to regain his consciousness, and will fall another 20 feet at the start of his turn. So that'll be his. So he'll end up going like over here, and he is now halfway down a mountain rolling down it.
Cool.
Okay. Is
And
that the
my
end of your
turn.
turn? Maeve, you're up.
I peer over the edge as I see him tumbling down.
Yep.
And he's now 20 feet below me?
Yes, sure.
Okay. Then I will produce flame again this time. My sheet is gone.
Close it,
okay.
reopen?
No, it like minimized itself so small that it
Oh,
yeah, really weird.
lovely.
And I will produce flame and fuck you!
Go for it. 15 is just enough to hit. As you slam into it with another bout of fire. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Zeno will... He'll run to here to assist, but that's his whole turn to get there. Andros is paralyzed. Shion,
I like what Maeve's doing, so I'm gonna stand like next to her.
go for it.
And I don't know how far it would have tumbled by now, but
It's still rolling, so just go for it. You go for it.
yeah, I'll do the sacred flame again.
I will give him disadvantage on the dex save because he's currently tumbling down a cliff. Yeah, I don't know how he's still alive, but he's on very little hit points. As you hit him, and you just hear him going, like just hitting rocks and all sorts.
Yes, fuck you.
Hard,
High
you're up.
five!
I'm up.
Yeah.
I will do another frostbite.
Go for it.
DC again 16.
Fail.
And this time I won't forget my wild burst because I'm a freaking idiot.
Okay. Well, this
So
could make all the
1d6 for
difference.
damage,
Ah, it's a
1d8,
shame.
and that is...
What type of damage?
Thunder.
Thunder, perfect.
Thunder.
As you hit into him, but he's still standing, I'm afraid.
So again, the whatever thing.
Disadvantage?
The disadvantage. And then bonus action, I will give another bardic inspiration to Andros. Saying like, get it together, you strong boy.
That's a good point. Andros should have made another save,
Yeah, on his turn he can get a save.
which he succeeded, so he is technically out of it now. But that's good because
Well,
that
I will
bardic
still
inspiration
give it to
means
him.
he can use it on the next attack.
Yeah.
The Shadowgast, seeing you cast a spell, will slash at you. Claws. 16.
Yes, he hits.
He hits. You take 11 total damage, and I need a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay, that's 5, that's 6, that's 30. Good. Constitution.
Yes. 9.
I will use my luck.
Okay.
I don't want to get paralyzed. So I roll a d20.
Yep. Roll one more d20.
Oh my fucking god. Okay,
So
good, I'm
that-
down.
So you are paralyzed. And after the paralysis kicks in, he will then bite at you with advantage because you're paralyzed. So a 20 to hit you. You take another 15 points of damage as he chomps into your neck. And that's its turn, Arcturus. You see it just mauling into Ahad's neck.
I turn around towards the creature. And all I say is, fuck you. And I'm hitting with an Eldritch Blast.
16 hits, and as you
9.
do, you blow it off of
mountain.
Ahad's shoulder and off the mountain. Achievement unlocked. Yeet.
Yeet
the
3 enemies
monster.
off the cliff. With a distance of 20 feet.
In one
Wow.
combat.
You could still hear one rolling down the mountain. You've got a bit of movement and another shot if you want to go give it a go.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna take this one. I'll go to the cliff. And
You
I'll...
run over to the edge, look down. You're still alive.
and since it's like a very, very, very long range, it's an
Yeah.
18 hitting for 11.
Yeah, as you just hit him in the center of his chest, he starts to tear, and then he hits a rock, rips in two, and both parts fall down the mountain.
Cool.
As you successfully overcome this obstacle.
And I
Let's
whisper,
combat.
"Fuck
No.
you."
And as you whisper that, Hard can have a con save, please. As you come to, and you feel like blood and ichor, but as you look at your hand, it's just black liquid across your hand because there is no color here whatsoever. And yeah, all of you stand around, panting a little, being caught off guard, nearly falling down a mountain, fighting off some creatures. What do you guys do?
Literally,
Three little fuckers.
We all okay?
No. I'm not good.
I'll run over to. It's just to see if I can do anything.
Well, I will chug one of my greater healing potions, I think.
Maeve, at this point as well, while Erhard starts chugging and Arcturus is just checking him over, the potion you gave him, the greater, your dad, he places it into your chest.
I've got more. I don't need them.
Just take it.
Why?
I'll be fine.
You look beat up.
Nah, I don't. And he smiles, and he, out of everyone here, he's still looking a bit healthier than Shion.
Right, but I saw that necrotic damage to stuff to him, right?
Yeah, you can see there's a little bit of scarring. Shion's not currently hurt, but from previous battles got a bit beat up. But yeah, they look about on par at this point. Look, I'll be fine.
Okay.
Take it. You look
I'll
like
drink
shit.
it. Well, thank you.
He smiles.
And yeah, I'll take the.
Yep.
I'll
So
take the
greater
healing.
healing potions are 4d4 plus 4. So please roll that.
How do I write that again? I'm sorry.
So /r space 4d4 plus 4. And it'll roll it for you.
4D or D4?
4d4 plus 4. So like the dice, 4 dice.
Okay. And all together.
Just like Maeve
I'll
has.
go to the
There you go.
toilet very quickly. I'll be
Yeah,
back
no
as soon
worries.
as I can.
Yeah, you're all good.
14.
Okay, so yeah, both of you chug a potion, get a little bit of healing.
Why does my health not have update?
It might just be roll 20, don't worry.
Okay.
But yeah, and we what's happening now? You guys are stood on top of this mountain. Lightning is striking every so often. You look back at the rift behind you, probably like 50 or 60 foot, about 100 foot behind you now at this point. And you can still see it every now and then shrink and then go back to the size it was.
Everyone okay? Andros.
I still feel shaken. I don't like this place.
Well, you're still alive. Are they both sitting, lying down, or?
They were stood upright. But when they were paralyzed, they were stood completely upright, but their whole body seized up. But they both appear to be fine at this point. Like the paralysis seems to have run its course through their body at this point.
I don't want to ruin everything, but we need to proceed. The longer we wait, the more enemies we attract.
Let's get out of here.
Andros will nod. Does he have any regular healing potions? Not on his sheet. He has a greater. I don't know if I want to waste that.
He says it himself in chat. He only has one greater. Yeah.
Okay, there you go then. I will save the greater. But yeah, Andros starts moving a little bit closer to the entryway, as does Zeno. And they get back into that Skyrim crouch stealth position as the pair of them start moving on up. And I assume the rest of you begin to follow to carry on going through.
Yeah.
You guys keep going. You push through and eventually you get to the edge of this cavern. And when you look on in, you see before you a dilapidated looking mine of sorts. You see within big pillars of stone that have crumbled to the side, and you see that this pathway goes round a giant hole in the center of this cavern, and the pathway loops round and it goes through, and you can't quite see the end of the tunnel, but you do see some steps that go a little bit further up. Zeno and Andros start to lead the way when you hear a couple of skitterings across the ceiling of more of these similar like creatures nearby. I will need a group stealth check from you all here as you all try to make your way through this section. And I will roll for Andros and Zeno as well.
What can go wrong?
Oh, that's a good roll for
yeah.
Shion. Very good roll. Man, I am rolling terrible for Andros at the minute. Okay, that's good. Even if Maeve fails, you succeed, as 14 is the DC, so you only currently have one fail. All of you start passing through, and you can just hear every now and then like claws hitting stone and digging its way in. And Erhard, at one point you look up and there's like 4 of them directly above you. But you hold yourself steady and you press on, trying to be as quiet as possible. And all of you sneak through this lengthy looking corridor until you get to a set of stone steps. There is a hole now in the top of the mountain. There's like a circular hole, almost like something's broken away or fell through, and there's this pillar that you now have come to just before the steps that is kind of halfway across the pathway, leaning across. At any moment looks to like it could completely collapse and fall, when you see a giant bat-like creature swoop into the hole, and all of you stop as it lands on this pillar. The pillar leans and starts to give ever so slightly, and it sits there and then appears to be feeding on something that it has caught. While this is happening, all of you begin to see 2 figures. Not quite similar to the weird ghasts that you saw across the ceilings, but taller, wider, with mouths maybe a foot long and open, and like this gaunt looking face, and you can just hear like a noise coming from the pair of them as they just stand there and move backwards and forwards at the top of this staircase towards another entryway. What do you guys do?
What are those? I ask everyone.
More and bigger baddies.
Scary things.
Things we need.
To avoid.
Can we avoid them?
Well, the pathway is that way. Does someone have a way of creating a distraction? Drawing them to one
Yeah.
side while we sneak through?
Olaf, Kata?
Well,
You said they come back, right?
yeah.
What if one drew the bat out through the way it came in, and the other distracted the 2 at the top?
So, Erhard, who's faster? Olaf or Kada?
Well, Olaf can.
Or we fight?
I think he's pretty okay. Like, he's faster than me for sure. And he does have that ability to evade attacks.
Then I would say if he's faster, he goes for the big guy.
Technicality
Mhm.
question. Since Olaf is my familiar, daylight expires when it's 60 feet away from me.
Mm-hmm.
Would that also apply to
Mhm.
Olaf? So if I would cast it on Olaf, would Would I understand?
As
Would
soon
I
as he
know?
flies 60 foot away from you, it would dissipate.
Okay. Okay, just wanted to know that. Sure. Yeah, I can make Olaf try and lure him out.
Or Arcturus Eldritch blasts into the abyss.
We can. Sure.
Won't that attract everyone to us?
I don't know. Does it make a sound when you first cast it?
You would know most magic makes some form of sound, and even if it didn't, it is a beam of energy that he fires, so you would be able to discern where it came from.
Okay.
Knowing that, I would like suggest the same tactics we did in the forest. Kada and Olaf trying to distract everyone, and we sneaking past them, hoping they don't see us.
Yeah. Would I have also heard? Because I know I walked away for a second, but would I have heard Andros like say that he's in pain, that he's looking rough?
Andros was looking through his bag for potions and only found that he had a greater, and he decided to keep it rather than use it now, because he's only got the one.
Okay. Hey, look, this might be expired by now because we've had it for a while, but I've still got a little one if you want it.
Well, if you don't need it.
I have another greater. I have two greater. I have two greater healings than a normal one. What do you want?
He points at the normal.
Can I butt in? I'm out. I would love the small one if you guys want, just to have a little buffer.
Who looks more roughed up at the moment?
Well, at the moment it's probably
I
Andros.
think it's probably Andros. Andros is he's 30 short.
Okay.
Yeah, give it to
Max.
Andros.
Right, I'll give Andros a greater and I'll give Erhard a smaller one. Normal one.
Okay, sure. Or if he's got two graders, he will use it then. 44 plus 4. He gains an additional 12. Perfect.
Thank you, Maeve.
That's okay. We can sponsor my herbalism kit after we come back, okay?
Definitely.
Cool. So, we need some checks. What is the plan for Olaf first? Is he going to fly out screeching, making as much noise as possible and draw this thing away?
And try fly by it.
Yeah. I will like from you then, please, a dexterity check.
Myself or him?
Olaf.
Doesn't matter, actually,
Not
but-
you. 12. Okay. And Kada? What is Kada doing to draw the attention?
Kada's trying to drop something heavy like we did in the forest.
Okay. I would like a deception check from Kada then, please. So you can use your own deception. I'll allow that.
Well, that's asking. Deception
It
is
is some sort of trickery that you are trying to perform.
17.
17. Okay, perfect. So what ends up happening is Olaf goes hurtling up towards the hole, screeching as it does. The bat, has this piece of food that it seems to be eating, which looks to be like a corpse of some sort. And as it is mooring into it, it looks up, and as it does and jolts too much, the pillar begins to sink into the hole. As it does, Kada flies up by and throws something, like a rock of some sort, into a corner out of the way of the entryway. And the two creatures skitter around, one running to look at the thing going down the hole, and the other to the corner where the noise was made. And as they do, they're like hunched over, like one shoulder up, one shoulder down, and they're like limping towards these areas. I would then like, if this is your cue to you guys to run, and then like stealth checks from all of you. And are you trying to get through this as fast as possible or as stealthy as possible? You can do a mixture of both, but it will be a stealth at disadvantage.
I would suggest stealthy, but
I'm
I'm
running.
running because my stealth is a disadvantage anyway, so I'm gonna be like
Okay.
as fast
would-
as I can.
If you are running,
Guidance, Shion.
if you are running, stealth at disadvantage. If you are going slower, normal stealth, please.
I will go slow.
it
Our
doesn't
guidance,
mind.
Shion. if it matters.
We're not the only ones that one thingy.
The thing I don't need.
Okay. Stealth. Okay. So Shion gets a grand total of 9. Erhard is silent like the ghost. Maeve gets an 11. Zeno gets 13, and Andros gets a 17. I just need to check the creatures.
And I have a 20 on both.
Did you get 20?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, it's
first
right at
one.
the top. That's why. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Perfect. So that's 1 success, 2 success, 3 success, 1 fail, 2 fail, 3 fail. But I just got to double check. I think it's a fail, as me guessing. Just got to have a little look at the passive perception of these creatures. Hopefully, you're all good. And it's not ridiculously high when it loads. Come on, character sheet. Okay, I'm going to say, because it's not loading for whatever reason, Roll20 is being a little bit weird, I would say that a 17 is the lowest that you guys got. I don't think it has a 17 perception. Oh, it's loaded now? No, it doesn't. Perfect. You all managed to slink on through, even though Shion full sprinted across, but you're all good. You managed to create enough of a diversion. However, Erhard, your connection to Olaf severs, as it was not quick enough, unfortunately, with the save that it made outside of the cave, but it gave you enough time. You guys walk through this this next archway, and as you do, it leads back outside onto a mountain peak, and you can hear the crashing of lightning hitting a surface. As you guys do, you see before you a set of steps that leads to a jagged peak. Various shards of rock and stone jut out from a pentagon, man-made structure, a platform of worked stone before you. In the center of this worked stone are shards of red crystal that lightning is striking. Everyone roll me a perception check, please, as you guys begin approaching and walking up the steps. Okay, as you all walk on up, trying to keep an eye out, Shion, you see something within the red crystals ahead of you. You see inside of them a young boy, no more than 8 or 9 years old. Sat floating in what looks to be like this crystallized form, and around the crystals, arcane carvings into the ground that light up every time the lightning strikes. I will take you guys to the map. As all of you walk out of this archway and see this young boy with Shion pointing him out. Helps if I put it on the map layer. Oh, it is on the map layer. You guys can see it. There you go. As you see the young boy suspended within the crystals. Upon Shion pointing this out, Maeve, you recognize the face of this boy. You know this to be the last known guardian of the Everglade.
That's Benson. He took up my role and I left him. So, yeah. That's what I tell the party.
Well, can we get him out of there somehow?
I mean, that arcane writing on the floor. Is it like a protective circle?
You see that every time the lightning strikes, that they seem to light up. It's as if, like what Arcturus said before, it's like a conduit. It's like something is sparking into it, and that is triggering something else. But I will state, the crystals are red. Nothing else in here has been of color besides the holy water. You see these red crystals before you.
Is it?
Does it resemble the color of the roses?
With you saying that, you now start to notice when the lightning hasn't hit the crystal, it pulses in a very similar manner to the roses that you once saw. And by all means, you can move yourselves on the map. I'm just going to keep you there for now, but if you decide to move up or anything, maybe more information will reveal itself. But from where you guys are, yeah.
Do you guys think religion something to do with it? You know, if the holy water is visible.
No?
Could be.
Can I do a religion check?
Sure.
Do the health potions have color?
No.
Okay.
21. You know that divine power is a power that is so strong that it can be used in various realms. You know that the gods do not live within the material plane. They live beyond the cradle, and their power is used by those on all different planes. If you are close enough to a god and worship a god enough, and your power comes from that god, that is some incredible power, and it's a siphon. It's a percentage of that god's power. You know that these holy waters are blessed by a cleric that blesses them with the god's power. So therefore, the holy water having its color could be a connection to its divine properties to the gods themselves, which are these incredibly powerful beings. This red crystal, at least to your knowledge, doesn't resemble anything a god or its iconography that it would have, like what is depicted as. Who knows what this is?
I do like that.
Yeah.
I would like to do an investigation check, primarily on the position of the boy in the crystal, and I want to know specifically if he's like forced or is he relaxed, like he is the cause of it.
I will say, if you want to make an investigation, which is usually things that are a little closer, you will have to move closer for that to come into effect. What you do appear, what you do notice is the lightning doesn't strike anywhere else atop this peak, apart from that one individual spot, which is the top of those crystals. So you would know it's safe to get closer. Obviously, don't like lay on it, but like if you got close enough, you could. Yeah,
exactly.
Sure.
I'll just stand here on the ridge.
Yeah, sure. Make your investigation check.
So let me investigation. Don't fail me now. A 20, and I'll roll a d4 as well. 424.
Nice. From here, you believe the crystals grew around him, or were built around him. It's as if he was brought here, and these symbols across the ground were carved around him, and then more magic was put in place as more of a defensive mechanism. But every time the lightning hits the crystals, you see like small little shockwaves ripple through and into him. What you also notice, now that you are much closer, is at the base of these crystals, is a flower bed of the same familiar flowers. And they are what is giving the red coloration to the crystal itself. Now that you have gotten much closer, you can see they are pulsing. And they almost appear to be suspended in like a liquid. As is he. It seems like within the crystal, the hard exterior is keeping it in place and protecting it, but within is like a fluid because the flowers are moving, and when the electricity and the like shockwave hits them, they kind of like almost shiver slightly. Yeah, they move ever so slightly, which is what now makes you realize they're in some sort of fluid.
Okay. I'll relay this like to the guys at the party, guys and girls at the party. And I like, Maeve, look at these flowers.
I'll run up.
Yeah, I'll say Zeno removes his panther form at this point and goes back to his normal form, and Andros and him move up to make sure that like everyone's okay.
I'll relay all the information about the flowers and the fluid, and specifically also to Maeve, knowing she has like a big connection with nature.
I can't talk to them, not today, but is there a rhythm between the lightning strikes?
The lightning strikes every couple of minutes. It's not exactly on the same like time, but it appears to be every like 2 to 5 minutes. It seems to strike this exact point.
Okay. I'll wait out a lightning strike or whenever it's been.
Yeah, and it crashes down, and the runes light up, and you see that the white light pouring from them, and then you start to see all of the flowers are inside just like ever so slightly like shimmer like as they move in the water. And you even see like now that you're all a little bit closer, you even see Benson's body slightly moves.
I'll crouch down and I'll slowly get a bit closer.
Yep.
I see one of the carvings on the floor.
Yeah, and this appears to be an arcane rune of some sort. This is similar to like what Eliash did with a teleportation circle, where she drew all the sigils into the ground. Maybe this is like a warding or like a ritual or some sort of magic that is causing this rift to open.
And when I touch the carvings, does it feel like I can ruin them?
As you put your hands down onto the floor around the base of this carving, that indented, so it's like carved into the stone itself, and then it appears that every time the lightning hits, the lightning goes to the bottom, and then the light comes out of the hole where the runes are carved.
I want to use my Eyes of the Runekeeper to read the runes.
Yeah, so the runes, it's interesting that they're not words per se. Runes are used in magical sigils, as you know. But these runes are... They're not what you would expect. You are someone that has studied the arcane for quite some time. You know of the new ways and the old ways of like how they used to carve runes and like the way in which they've done this. This seems older. This isn't anything you've encountered within the last couple of 100 years. This is much older.
This is like ancient magic.
Yeah, you would know that something of this sort of caliber, whoever's done this is probably even beyond Eliash's like power in wizardry.
I will kind of step up behind them and just ask them, do you guys reckon maybe the holy water would do something to either the crystals or the runes?
No, you can try and splash it on it.
I guess I will unstopper one of the vials that Maeve gave me.
Yep.
And try and pour some of it into the rune, like into
Okay.
the opening.
Yeah, you pour it into the rune, and you wait, and you all step back, and the lightning strikes it, and you notice that rune doesn't light up, but all the others do.
Well,
How many runes are there?
There are about 12? 12 runes in total.
I have one more vial.
I have Moonbeam. And Shion, what's that radiant thing that you have?
The sacred flame, yes.
Can you do that a lot?
I can do that a lot.
Would you want to try it?
Sure, but hang on, I want to try something else first. And I look over at Benson. He's completely still, right? He's completely motionless.
The only time he moves is when the shockwave of travels through the fluid, and it kind of jostles him slightly.
So he's obviously still alive. I want to cast Detect Thoughts on him.
You cast Detect Thoughts. Okay, yeah. You cast Detect Thoughts, and as you do, you hear the thoughts of everyone around you. You don't hear any thoughts coming from within the crystal, but you do sense a presence within the crystal. It appears that he is in some sort of suspended state and is primarily being used as for whatever this ritual or arcanic nature is, but there is life within this crystal. You then also sense no thoughts again, but emotions from all of the plants below it. You sense multiple indications of emotions pinging off from them. And the emotions are of joy, of comfort, of happiness, of complacency. Like, they feel happy in their current state.
So the plants are happy, and he's like...
There's not, it's like,
nothing.
it's almost like, yeah, you sense life, is what I'll say with Detect Thoughts. You definitely sense life from him. But no thoughts per se. It's almost as if he's in some sort of completely unconscious state where his mind is just vacant.
So I tell the party that, and it's like, it's so weird. It's obviously like the flowers and the crystal feed on him or something.
But
But there's life in the crystal itself. So
Yeah, but I mean,
if you want me to try and use radiant damage on those runes, I can do that.
okay. I'm just
Before
trying
we
to
do
think.
something radical, rash, something, we could also try to use the spell magic on the area.
We can, but if that's a high level spell, then it might not. I don't know.
Well, and runes, carvings, they do work differently than spells, don't they?
That's a technical question I don't know the answer to. Mr. DM?
Roll me an Arcana check.
God damn it.
Because I read up about some stuff and yeah, that's a 10.
You know, dispelling magic, you can dispel most magics. Whether it's rune-based, whether it's cast, whether it's a ritual, a ward, you know it can be dispelled. But depending on the power of the spell, you may need enough power yourself to dispel it. You know you could dispel a very high powerful spell, but you would have to put like a big amount of energy into that and hope that you're able to overcome it.
Yeah.
So it's not impossible. You
No.
definitely you could try.
But-
If you've got that capabilities at hand, it's probably worth a shot. That's what
Yeah.
I'd say you think.
Well, if we weaken the runes, the circle of it, maybe your dispel magic can
Well,
work better.
it's easy. You have like the smart way, by just dispelling the magic with arcane focus and power. You also have like the Andros way, which is just smash the surface. And if you break the runes, they should stop at working too.
At this moment, you start to hear the screeching
Oh,
of
dear.
multiple creatures, similar sounding to the bat that you saw earlier.
Whatever we do, we need to
Let's do this.
I would say Shion, add it, and we can assist or protect you, and maybe a Taurus can dispel magic if it doesn't work.
So,
So it was like I don't know. The holy water was poured into one of the runes, and that one didn't glow, but the other 11 did, right?
It looked like it tried to, but something was preventing it.
I have one more vial.
Yeah, but we don't have 12.
Well, but I feel like it would weaken the effect.
I can
Right.
Let me
Let me
just use.
use the radiant magic on the one next to the one that the holy water was poured in earlier.
Yeah, go for it.
Do I need to roll for it? Or...
Yes, please.
Okay.
As you cast Sacred Flame, you know that your power doesn't come from the gods. Your power comes from elsewhere. And when you cast your radiant magic upon it, it burns and sizzles, and it feels like it has somewhat of an effect, but then just fizzles away. And when the lightning strikes, it lights up once more.
That didn't help.
Okay. I've got 2 vials left, but we don't have 12. I know that.
So, what if we space it out? Like, I don't know. I feel like it's like as if you're crumbling a wall,
Yeah?
right? So instead of weakening only one side, you weaken multiple supports.
Yeah? Does anybody else have...
Your father pulls out, I believe you gave him 2?
Yeah.
He pulls 2 vials out.
I have 2 as well.
2, 2, 2, 7
7.
then.
And I believe
Does Andros have some?
Andros? I think you gave Andros some as well, right? Let me just double check.
I had 12 in total, and then...
Yeah,
used
you
2
used
for the
2
weapon.
before, and then you've used another one. So I think you've got 9 in total left.
So somebody else has 2.
Andros
I'll
doesn't have
say-
one.
Okay. He used... Yeah, okay. Well, yeah. I will say you have 9 left, because you used 2 for that, and you've thrown
And
one. I don't think
I
anyone
get
else...
1, and so it's 8 left.
So it's 8 left, yes.
Yeah, but... Okay, so somebody somewhere has a...
There was
A vial.
There was one used to infuse our weapons, right?
Yeah, so there
Yeah,
was
we
2
were
weapons
supposed
infused,
to,
and then there
yeah.
was 1 thrown. So that means you have 9 total. One's been used, so you've got 8 left, is what I'll say.
Yeah. Okay. So there would only be 4 runes left working. Do you think you can dispel that?
I can certainly try.
Okay,
Right,
so for the
let's
sake
do
of
this.
brevity, you all pour across, and I will say that you leave the 4
One
spaced out.
open,
Yeah, that's fine. And then what spell are you going to cast to try and dispel the magic?
I'm gonna cast Dispel Magic.
Is that the... You do have the access to that spell? I didn't know you had it.
No,
Okay,
yeah,
there we go.
I have it, yeah.
I thought you were going to go...
Just kidding.
And then I was going to be like, that doesn't work.
No, I actually have the spell magic, so.
Okay, so this is really interesting because the DC was originally 22. However, for each rune that you infused with divine magic from holy means, lowers the DC by 1. you have used a total of 9. Meaning that the DC, if I'm not mistaken, is 13. So, you will be casting Dispel Magic at what level? You're muted.
Max level.
Which is...
I have no clue.
Is it level 4?
Uh,
I think it's
Doesn't say
level
when
4.
you click it.
Yeah, click the spell for me. Just click the spell.
please.
I think you might actually be okay and might actually just do it straight up because I think it's 14. Okay, I'll look at your sheet one sec. Yeah, 4th level. Okay,
Fourth
cool.
level.
So, and you've got the spell slots for it, haven't you? Yeah, cool.
mhm.
Yeah, because you took a short rest. Awesome. Arcturus, please explain to us how your dispel magic works. How does this work upon this sigil?
What I'm trying to do, actually nullify the magical effects from the runes. As for the holy water, it dampens it, and I'm trying to evaporate the magic from the runes itself, so they go into the void and go away.
Yeah, and as you do this, wisps of the magic start to drift away from it. And it's at this moment that you then wait for the lightning to strike to see if something's happened. And it strikes further away. It doesn't strike at this individual point. And the lightning doesn't seem to be channeling here. You don't know what this means for the rift. You don't know if you've stopped it, but the magic at this point has stopped. Benson is still within the crystal. No lightning is surging through it.
Well, guys, the lightning stopped. I think we succeeded with the runes. Now the only problem is that little guy inside.
Just hack away at it?
What do you do?
It's alive.
Well,
so-
do you guys reckon my shatter spell, it doesn't affect organic material. It's just inorganic, crystal, stone. I could try and cast it at a very high.
The crystal is alive.
Well, the crystal's still a crystal.
The flowers are alive. The crystal, the outer layer might not be.
You can try, but
I will throw some I'll throw some flame on there. I don't know if you guys can have anything else. If we all do it at the same time, surely.
I personally, I would throw as much as I can into it, I would try cast it with as much power as I have.
and hurt the boy.
You begin to hear more shrieking, and it's getting closer. And you can now hear the flapping of wings heading towards your
Okay.
direction.
Just shatter, and because they're already coming, it's already gonna be loud. It's fine.
All
They
right.
already know we're here, so
So you're all ready to also do
I-
it, or
I
If
get
you
the
want.
fire ready.
Okay. So
Alright.
you're all going to cast something towards it. Please throw your spells into the chat, please. Whatever spell you're going to use. I will say Andros will... He'll be keeping eyes on the sky for any of those bat creatures, as will Zeno, because neither of them can assist in magic stuff right now. Okay, so we have a produce flame. We have a create bonfire, shatter, and produce flames. So 4, 9, 20, 36. Oh, actually, no. Yours is done. Oh, you upcast it as well. Wait there. Oh, you might do enough here. So that is 24 from you plus 10. So that's 34. 34 plus 11 is 45. Plus 45 plus 13, so that is 53 points of damage as all of you cast magic upon it. It had exactly 50 hit points, which it has to be done. It has to have either the shatter spell or force damage done to it to allow any extra damage to do excess. You crack, and part of the crystals begin to crack and shimmer. Fluid begins spilling out of it. This black sludge, sorry, not black, it'd be like a clear sludge, begins falling out of it, spilling all across the floors and then dripping down the sides of the mountain. Benson's body flows out through the hole and begins going towards the mounting edge. Does any of you try? What are you doing to stop him? Who's doing it? Quick.
I'd run over.
You run for him? Okay, I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw to try and get to him in time. Because it is at a fast pace, the liquid's just spilling out. Perfect. You leap on over, grab him and pull him to one side. You can feel a heartbeat. Still motionless. No.
Yeah, it clears airways and.
But yeah, you pull him to one side. You just hear this horrible shrieking sound from within the crystal as all of the plant life seem to be like screaming out. And it's at this moment that those wings are getting louder and louder. The lightning is striking at random points. What are you guys doing?
Okay, time to go.
Should we run?
Yes.
Have we done it?
Yes.
I will go over to Maeve and give her the potion she gave me earlier. Do you want to give it to him to help him?
Yeah, I do. I chug it down his throat.
You pour it down. Still nothing.
Okay. I strap him to my back. And let's try and get out. If we need to come back in, fine. But let's get him to safety.
And you start running?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you start running down the steps through the corridor. As you do, you are all met with two creatures with mouths 1 foot wide, agape, as they all turn towards you as you run through the entranceway, and at the bottom of the stairs from them, they are now looking towards you and blocking your path. And unfortunately, that is where we're going to have to end tonight's session, as, you guys have ran into an encounter you avoided earlier. So we will be back, not next week, not the week after, but the following week, as I'm getting married next week. So we're going to do a really, really, really quick roundup. Tim, take it away.
Guys, I'm Tim. You can find me here on the Natural Havoc channel on YouTube, Twitch, and on this channel in general. So don't go anywhere, join the Discord, and have fun with this massive cliffhanger.
Awesome. Smitty, take it away.
Hello, I'm Smitty Jane. You can find me over on Twitch or here on Fridays. Next week I am not streaming because I am flying over to Austria tomorrow on a little holiday. But yeah, exciting. Things are happening, so I can't wait to play again. I'll have to wait. Have a good time when you get married, Onion.
Thank you. Awesome. Zeb, take it away, go. Zeb, quick.
Yes, sorry, I was typing. Yeah, I'm Agent Zeb. I stream Mondays to Thursdays. And I do lots of variety stuff, RPGs, city sim builders. Currently doing The Witcher 3, doing some Going Medieval, and more or less that at the moment because I'm enjoying those. So come
Awesome.
over, hang out.
Lan, go. Take it away.
Hello, my name is Lan. You can find me over here on the Natural Havoc channel. This will unfortunately be my last time streaming in a while because, well, I'm gonna have babies. So it'll take a while, but I will definitely be back. And because, yeah, obviously you guys can't miss the Resident Evil Warlock. So, and I can't, I don't want to miss her too. So I will be back, but I don't know when. Much love.
Awesome. And finally, well, congratulations and good luck with all of that stuff before I say anything else. Because,
you too.
thank you. I'm the Onion Soup. I do a 3-way Nuzlocke Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire thing on YouTube. Go check it out with myself, the Eagle Outlaw, and Paddy Max. We're dropping one tomorrow. No, not tomorrow, Sunday. Every Sunday we drop one. So yeah, go check that out. Otherwise, yeah, I'm actually getting married on Monday, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, cool. Other than that, I start my new job the week after, so that's why we're not streaming for a couple of weeks. So yeah, awesome, exciting times. We are going to read out 2...
Band of Badges, fun, Pathfinder campaign, miniatures, and English.
Awesome. We're going to go right out to them. So please, 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 please copy and paste the raid message. We're going to go head out over to there. And I'm going to go pick up my wife-to-be because I said I'd leave around 10 o'clock. So we're gonna go do that. Cool. Right, I will see you guys in a few weeks. Take care, much love, and we'll see you on the flip side when the raid comes up.
Why is it not working, Zeb? Fuck.
It is.
No.
Maybe they went off now. I don't know.
If don't add spaces in a name.
Sorry, I didn't copy the name. I just.
Do you call yourself a
We
streamer?
are raiding out to the band of badgers. Guys, take care, much love, and we will see you next time. And hopefully these adventurers will survive the Shadowfell or get stuck in there and the whole campaign's in there for the rest of the time. Awesome, cool, okay, goodbye!